What it do, 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 what it do. Should play a partner. Ziggy 2 times. We back again, man. Jesus. It felt like it's been a minute, y'all. I apologize. I had a whole lot of little electronic issues going on. Internet went down around the same time that the cloud flare situation went on. And yeah, man, it was ugly. And you know, I'm the kind of person that's so stuck into routines that I physically get repulsed and sick when I'm not able to keep a routine. And I was not able to keep my routine. I had racked up I was doing a pretty good job, man. I had 2 whole weeks of coming in on time and doing it right. But that Cloudflare situation, I couldn't log in to Kick to change my stream information. I couldn't it kept bouncing my my bit rate out. Bit rate kept dropping off. It was ugly, man. It was ugly. Then as soon as that went down and it kind of got fixed, and my internet started acting stupid. And I don't know if it had anything to do with that or not, but you know what? We ain't blaming nobody for nothing. It is what it is. And, you know, your boy's back, man. Your boy is back. And I'm in here to do the good work, man. We doing the good work. We back again to do the good work, man. We ain't playing no games. We still gonna keep the same schedule, man. Thursdays and Fridays off. Every blue moon, we gonna give you a Friday, man. But yeah, man. With all these issues I had, man, I had to do all kind of revamp, re-uploads, set up a whole bunch of shit, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. You know I hate doing all this numbers typing in and all that shit like that. So we had to redo all of my setup again, get all my numbers and all my, you know, what's the shit called, stream keys and all that shit. I had to redo all my stream keys, redo my whole mailed studio. Ugly situation, man. Ugly situation. Y'all know I'm a set it and forget it type guy, and I was not able to set or forget. So, but we back now. We in this bitch. My robe smell like Gang laundry detergent and expensive perfumes. We got brand new coffee in this bitch. Clean mugs. My background ain't all dirty no more. I actually had time to do stuff because I was unable to do what I usually do. Hate to say it like that, but that's what went down. I love it. I love it. Meth for sale, what's happening? How you doing, man? How you doing? I ain't even got I had my desk pulled out. I didn't push it back all the way in yet, so the angle is a little funny. Y'all just don't mind me, man. Don't mind me. We just trying to work this thing out, man. We building the plane as we flying the bitch. You know what I mean? The boy name is Meth for Sale. Golly. Crazy work. But anyways, we in a little bit earlier than the usual. You already know what it is, man. It's holiday time, so I really can't look like Fat Man Scoop. Yeah, that's what's up. And Drewski. I can live with that. At least they're recognizable figures. What's going on, gang? Right? Okay. Your name is a little wild. I ain't gonna say it all the way through, but you know, hey, gang, whatever. Yeah. I believe it. Yeah, it's a lot of wild ass names, especially over there on the Kick side, man. The Kick over here hanging on for its last leg. Yeah, this shit about to go down. It's falling apart right from up under us. This was a good little safe haven for degenerates and the unemployed, but you know, here we are looking at its last days. And the crazy part is that I actually have the videos set up for this same exact talking point. I'm a reaction streamer. If y'all never been here before, man, it's your boy Ziggy 2 times, man. I'm an ex-rapper from Atlanta. We don't do a whole lot of talking. We just do a whole lot of reacting. And then, you know, we got a whole lot of racial issues right now, especially that's the main reason why Kick is probably getting kicked up out of here. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, you're right. I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from LA, but I was raised in Atlanta. And Atlanta is soft as hell. So whatever you think it is, probably need to reevaluate. Anyways, like I said, I'm an ex-rapper from Atlanta. Okay. I'm an ex-rapper from Atlanta that likes to talk a whole lot of shit. I remember everything. Very good with numbers. Very good remembering people, things, and places. It's one of my superpowers. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. So, irrelevance, evidence, yeah, you're right. I can't spell. I suck at spelling. You're right. It's terrible. You know, the only thing that's worse than not being able to count and read are people sneaking in under the guise of being cool and then turning in to be dickheads. But a dickhead is still a viewer, and a viewer still gets bread. So I'll take it for what it is. Let's get into the videos, y'all. A dickhead still pays the bills. It's beautiful. It's beautiful how that works. So come on in, camp in. Let everybody know how much of a dickhead you are continuously. Make sure you keep typing it though. Because the more you type, the better the bread is for me. I don't know if you understood that before, that when you're watching somebody, you actually get revenue from it. I don't know if that clicked in your brain before. So trolling is actually a very good thing for me personally.
Live streaming has become very mainstream over the past few years, mainly because of two people, 6ix9ine and Ayesha Speed. Everybody's streaming now. It's like the podcast wave all over again. Once a few people blew up doing it, everybody wanted it. Now it's oversaturated. People often say they missed the days when streaming was about
44p. Damn. Yeah, fix that shit. Fix that. I shouldn't expected too much of anything from somebody named Meth for Sale. I guarantee you probably never even seen a rock gaming before in his life.
Hanging out with their friends through Discord or whatever. Before I or what I like to call the rising category of reality live television.
All right, come on. Come on.
Get into that later in the video. But now it's rappers, singers, washed up celebrities, even people who never needed streaming to stay relevant. Justin Bieber, Ice Spice maybe, to name a few. The list keeps
all right. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you.
growing. Streaming used to be for the creators who actually built this.
So it's just gonna keep on doing this buffering shit.
The ones grinding on Twitch.
Just gonna keep buffering.
Before it was cool. Kai and Ayesha Speed took that lane and
there we go. There we go. Come on. Come on, you can do it.
Made it global. Now it's gone corporate. I predicted this before it even got to this point. Why rappers need 6ix9ine? Everyone is chasing views.
Cut that down, man. Cut it down.
I'm not saying this like a hater, because every time I make a video like this, I see comments saying I'm a hater when I cover these type of topics, and all I have to say is I'm not hating. I'm just voicing what people are clearly saying and adding my twist to it. I'm just saying what streaming is now is not what it was like 2 years ago.
It's not like you got a camera and a microphone, you can talk shit.
Everywhere I look, everybody wants to be a streamer. It's crazy. The space got so oversaturated that a lot of upcoming streamers are already giving up before they even start. They look around and see all these big setups, huge productions, celebrities going live, and it makes them feel like if they don't have that, they can't win. And that's the sad part. You even got streamers like the Shea Frost stressing out ideas just to keep up with what's going on right now.
When is the right time to go live? Cause now, like, I ain't gonna lie, Max kind of having the Kai effect in terms of views. And it's kind of like I gotta find the window, because Kai usually go live at 5 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Been live at 1 today to just hit curveballs. I'm like, I know that knocked my down 30%. Then after that happened, Max go live and the whole phase go live. It's like, damn, I'm like fighting for your attention, bro. Next thing you know, Max got Lady Gaga on in the booth. Like, it's like it's hard for me to just like,
got Lady Gaga in the booth. God damn.
You feel me?
Streaming used to be simple. It was you, your camera, and your personality. Now it's turned into this, reality life TV thing where rappers and celebs hop in. Just, some are not really offering anything new. They're just putting their lives on display and calling it content. Ice Spice.
Here, I could do it.
Yeah, Ice Spice gotta do it because she ain't got no real music going on right now. She ain't hitting on shit. Ice Spice gotta do it.
Can I take a picture?
Y'all seen that Ice Spice AI video?
Oh yeah, okay. Guys, get in.
Y'all seen that?
Can someone take it for us?
Just take it pan it out. You know what I mean? Like make it bigger.
You can take it.
Yeah, no, you take it, girl.
Okay, you take it. Come on, you take it.
Let's go, somebody take the picture.
Yeah, you could have got like 5 pics by now. Yeah.
Yeah, Ice Spice, he ain't hitting like that to where you can even do that.
Got a lot of flack for that clip, I guess. A lot of these celebs don't even understand the culture they're stepping into. Streaming isn't about looking good or sounding perfect. It's about being yourself to an extent and entertaining. But most celebs aren't built for that. They spent their entire careers being filtered and protected by teams of people. So the second they go live, it's intimidating. Look at what Justin Bieber said. He said he was gonna go stream every single day until he looked at some comments from Twitch. And yeah, from the time of me recording this video, he hasn't streamed in like 2 to 3, 4 days. He said he was gonna stream every single day. Now he's not.
Like, I don't know any of these people, and like going on Twitch is like vulnerable as hell, because like people who just feel shitty about themselves project, and then they like write mean ass things, you know what I mean? Like, it's already hard enough to put yourself out there, and then you gotta read like, oh man, like, I read a comment, it was like the night after I was playing basketball, I was exhausted as hell, and they were like, Justin's not his exuberant, he'll never be his exuberant self ever again. Like, he's lost his like charisma. I was like, what? I'm like, I just played basketball last night. I'm just tired, like, and we're talking about emotional things, so like, of course I'm gonna be like, it's not always like, you know what I mean? But like, when I start getting in my head, like, man, did I lose my
bro,
did I lose my charisma and like,
you might have,
my exuberance? Like, I have a zest for life, and like,
see, a big thing about this whole streaming thing is that, man, a lot of times folks is gonna lose themselves trying to make sure that they appease these other motherfuckers like meth for sale. People with lesser understanding of who they are gonna have issues with people like that. And they're gonna continuously fall into a rabbit hole where people like him are gonna continuously spawn, right? And whenever they spawn, you're gonna respawn, and you're gonna degrade yourself and your personality lower and lower and lower day by day, chipping away at whatever you think your actual personality is. And eventually, you're gonna get to a point where you don't give a fuck. And you're gonna stop logging on. That's just what happens. That's just what happens, especially when you have an extremely overinflated self-realization of yourself, because you've always been who you are. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to celebrities of this stature. You're going to be like, well, that person doesn't like me. Fuck them. There's millions of people buying my album. I don't need to listen to this guy. You know, some people are going to take it like that. Some people are going to take it like this is the percentage of the millions of people. This one person is just strong enough to actually speak up and say this one thing bad about me or whatever like that. Where there's going to be 100,000 other people that think just like him, but they're not strong enough to actually come up and say that shit to my face. Some people think like that. Some people think the other way. People like me, I don't give a fuck. I'm here because I don't care. I'm going to get up here because I feel good whenever I start streaming. You can call me fat, you can call me squishy, you can call me a loser, fat man scoop, whatever you want to call me. I don't give a fuck. Just make sure you type it into the comments because that's how I get paid. If you ain't willing to do that, then shut the fuck up and watch. But, I mean, that's just how I feel. Other people can feel way worse about whatever the hell you say. I don't care. I know who I am.
It just sucks that you can have a million people say the nicest things and then the one comment
gets in the hot.
Gets in there, bro.
Oh, sorry, bro. That's why you'll see comments like, these rappers and celebrities trying to stream gonna lose half their fans once they see the real them. I don't know if that's true, but I see the point. Streaming exposes you. It's easy to keep up an image on Instagram or TikTok, but when you're live for hours straight, the real you eventually comes out.
Right.
A lot of these celebs don't realize that. They think streaming is just another PR move. They see Kai getting millions of viewers and think, I can do that.
Y'all.
But what they don't understand is Kai got to where he got by being himself.
We got the 3.4
early content creating
USB-C.
But you know, I get why some of these people are streaming. I'm not talking about Justin Bieber or Ice Spice. They're already rich. I'm talking about the ones who fell off or the ones with lost momentum. The short answer is the music business is so fickle. The long answer is the rappers who used to be hot don't got that spark. It's the same thing that happened with podcasts. Everyone tried it when the music slowed down, but this streaming wave isn't gonna save them either. And honestly, can you even blame them? The game is dry. Hip hop isn't moving like it used to. I saw a stat saying that this was one of the first years since the 90s that rap barely charted on the Billboard if it did. Then you factor in the labels are squeezing artists with 360 deals, shows aren't selling like that like they used to. So now everyone's looking at Kai and thinking he's getting Nike deals, brands, sponsorships, partnerships, millions of subs, maybe I can do that too. But that's where the problem starts.
Y'all hopped in too late, man.
Not just big production stuff. Even the small creators are trying to mimic the IRL style, walking around, streaming every second of their day, trying to recreate the same energy Kai built naturally. You know what this reminds me of? When everybody started vlogging back in 2016 after Vine got shut down. All these creators, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, King Batch, they all flooded to YouTube all at once. The same thing's happening right now with the streaming. Everyone's migrating to this new wave, trying to find their spot. So what do I think happens next? Honestly, nothing's gonna change. Streaming's gonna keep growing, keep getting more oversaturated, and the bar to stand out is only gonna keep getting higher. Some celebrities, artists are gonna realize it's not as easy as it looks and quietly dip. Some will stay, throw money at it, hire teams, and make it look like full TV production. Obviously, this can benefit artists and celebrities because they can connect with their fans and really get them to support them. You have to get with the times in this social media driven world, or else you risk falling off. So if streaming is another avenue to do it, you probably have to do it.
My bad. Yo, Twitch is cool, but y'all don't know, bro. You got rappers streaming on this. Twitch is good. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, no cap. Bro, streaming is over, bro. I don't know what the f you're doing, gang. Now who we got on Twitch, bro? That's like crazy. Justin Bieber, yeah, you got Justin Bieber streaming on Twitch. It's over here.
It's over.
You got Justin Bieber, you got
Justin Bieber, you got Ray J, you got Ice Spice. Like, this shit done for.
Streaming has changed, just media in general.
Wow, it's right now live streaming is what's turned, I think, everything upside down. I think now everybody's gravitating towards that because of how big it's got, because of, you know, of course, the bigger people, Kai and everything. But streaming has definitely made, I feel like the music people gravitate towards streamers, the athletes gravitate towards streamers, marketing is gravitating towards streamers. So I feel like it definitely has been doing its thing.
No, literally, like streamers are like,
we're up here.
They're huge. I mean, you're huge.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It feels amazing to be ahead of the curve because it's barely new. I feel like streaming is a new thing, so I feel like being able to hop on it while it's still fresh it's still a big lane for
hey, what's going on with it, cool class?
I'm like one of the,
how you doing?
One of the few. I'm one of the few. I'm not the first, but I'm one of the few. So I feel
how
like
you doing today, man?
Very new, and
welcome to the stream.
Sees how big it's getting and wants to hop on.
The longer I'm on here, the more.
Sorry for the video quality, man. My quality is a little ass right now, man. My internet is kind of shoddy. So if I go up to 720p, my shit looking a little lag. So I apologize, but we run into as high as we can right now.
Tons of money, but it's for example.
How you feeling today,
this
dog?
Kind of like popcorn-ish, you know? Put it in the microwave. Content probably lasts a day or two, you know?
Hey man, we just living life, man. Just living life.
Do a TV show or a production.
We had issues with that whole Cloudflare situation. It kind of busted my whole entire internet down. So I've been gone for almost a week, man. It's the longest I have not streamed since I started streaming. So I apologize if you was a watcher and I haven't had anything new. But I'm here now, man. I'm here now. We in it bit. You feel me?
More like better, you know? Same content creating, but it's just a different lane. It's like you gotta be mindful of how people are looking at you, get me? And it's easy to get distracted with this, brother. I'm telling you, I've been on live and myself doing lane, get me? Not saying y'all to do it. Everybody do it. You have to do it in order to see the max benefit, brother. I've been on live too long and I'm like, damn, I'm just kind of like, now I'm kind of like, y'all, at this point, I'm like a clown to y'all, like whatever y'all say. Come on, Chad, what y'all want to see? I want to see me fall on my face? 1,000 gifted, I'll fall on my fucking face right now. 1,000 gifted, I'm falling on my face. I'm falling on my face.
Straight up, though.
As an artist, you can't do that, brother. You're gonna lose your stock.
Yeah, being an artist and like,
okay. What's happening with it, Uger? I thought you was somebody else.
It's kind of hard, like
you can't.
My boy Uger in the building.
You can't jump on everywhere.
Yo, on YouTube instead of the kick, man. I feel that.
I know YouTube was a wave, right?
Kick about to get ran out.
Being a rapper was a wave, right? That's dead now, right? I'm saying each of these things was at the height where everybody tries to do it. It has that wave. Everybody want to do YouTube right now, right? At one point, everybody want to be a rapper, right? At one point, now this is the way, man. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber.
My boy Oog in the building.
Yeah. This gonna go out of style too. Man, it's just be a fool to think it's not. This is gonna go out of style.
But it's a hard entry. Like.
Even politics is streaming now. Trump went on Nathan Ross's stream to help his case to become president last year, you know, by influencing the younger generation. Like I said, if you're not with the times, you get left behind. I was watching this streamer I really rock with. His name is Glisten, and he was breaking down what it actually takes to be an artist now. He was saying back in like 2020 through 2021, it was easy. You drop a song, post it on TikTok, and boom, and it become a hit. Then 2022, 2023 came, and it was still kind of the same. Post a snippet, hope it goes viral.
Right.
Maybe get your song reacted to some big streamer, or even pull up to the streamer's crib and, you know, watch your numbers shoot up overnight. But now 2024, 2025, you can't just be an artist anymore. You gotta be a goddamn content creator. You gotta be an artist too. You gotta stream, you gotta drop music, post on TikTok, build a brand. You gotta do that all at once. It's not really optional anymore. Obviously, I'm not talking about your more established artists who've been in the industry. I'm talking about the upcoming ones. But yeah, y'all tell me what you think. Do you think streaming is oversaturated? Is this the new Hollywood? Do y'all even care? Okay, y'all can click off this part of the video. This part is for the people who really rock with the channel. But yeah, man, thank y'all for subscribing. I'm not the type to beg for subs or do the whole like and comment thing. I don't even say that in my videos. So seeing y'all subscribe on your own, that actually means a lot. I've
Talk to them.
seen people say that they like my voice, that I sound like I do commercials or narrate something, or I can narrate something, which I don't know. Maybe I'll do that sometime down the road. We just
voiceover work is a real big deal out here, man. I can get a little voiceover work for you, Big Ronnie. Let me know.
Working and make videos that y'all enjoy. But yeah, it's the fourth quarter, so whatever you're doing, whether it's work, school, or chasing something creative, lock in, push through these last months of 2025. This year's been unpredictable as hell, and remember, keep God in your life. That's what you believe in. And yeah, thank y'all for real.
Coffee hit different, boy. Man, everything moving slow as fuck still, man. Like that Cloudflare shit really did a number to my internet. Like, for real, for real. My shit moving snail pace. At least my damn bitrate ain't getting kicked, though. Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna follow you back then, Oog. I'm gonna follow you back, man. Always show love, dog.
And today we're reacting to 6ix9ine in your age situation. It's bad. I'm not familiar with nothing. I got you, this Oog. Is news to me again. And I don't really be watching streamers.
What's going on with my damn shit? My shit is moving so janky right now. I'm talking about janky as fuck.
Like that, bruh. Really just Bill Feezy story times. I watch everything with y'all. I got 3 channels watching a bunch of different stuff. After I'm done watching for work, I'm watching real life. My son and, you know what I'm saying, my new whip. But I am familiar with these people, and I do kind of keep my ear a little bit to the streets, you know, TikTok. Anyway, let's get to the video, man. Let's do it.
Something bad about me as a rumor, and said something bad about me as a rumor, and that he had never met me, so his understanding of me
I don't know what's going on, man.
Agent, you know, she farming clips and all, farming that parasocial relationship, whatever the case may be.
And I hear that, I'm overly like, oh, I'm so good.
People keep asking, why'd you get involved? Brother, I was a victim.
6ix9ine never came out and said Jalan's name.
Recently, 6ix9ine and Your Rage have been going through some of the weirdest drama I've seen on the internet this month. And it's only super weird because it has gotten so far removed from Your Rage and 6ix9ine. The point we have other streamers like Connie Rosie, Scum TK, and someone named Soul all coming in and
shout out that boy Scum
contributing because of a snake that was in the streamer industry. And genuinely gets pretty muddy in between with a bunch of clips, tweets, and all other things in between. But I don't want to yap too much, so I want to start from the very beginning with the clip that started all of this. That being 6ix9ine talking about someone talking bad about her to Your Rage on her.
Like, what is going on?
Have you ever had another creator wrong you, and explain how, if so?
Unfortunately, I found out recently. Actually, this was talked about on stream. So how I initially found out was on stream. I can talk about it. Recently.
Like, and the shit's at 480p,
I can talk about
bro.
it.
Like, it's not even.
she
ain't even that serious, bro.
I can talk about it. It's like she's almost trying to convince herself.
Look, let me close out this other window over here, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Rage came to me and he talked to me and said that when he first met me he didn't like me, and I was really intrigued because I was like, that's so weird. Like, I thought he was joking. It kind of hurt my feelings when he told me, because I'm try to be friends with people all the time. Like, I love meeting new people, and it confused me because I was like, I've never done anything to this person to make them not like me. He told me that somebody had gone to him and said something bad about me as a rumor, and that he had never met me, so his understanding of me was what this person had said. Sure. And so Rage said this on stream. He said within literally a day of—
unfortunately, that is how life goes. That happens. You know what I'm saying? Somebody doesn't like somebody, but is friends with you, says this person. The amount of times I've been like cool with somebody and they're like, nah, I really like this nigga like that, or whatever, and then I end up meeting this person, somebody in particular I'm thinking about now. It's actually pretty funny. He didn't like him. When I met him, I was like, I can see how I don't like this nigga. He's kind of, but then when I met him, when I was with him on my ones or with somebody, another mutual, he ended up being a cool dude. And then years go by, and now the two people, they didn't like each other, now they cool. Kind of
meeting me, he realized something wasn't right about what this person said, and he was instantly like, hold on, there's got to be something else at play here because Cinna is not like this, what she's being described as.
Not talking about your Rage or Cinna here, but it is very apparent that people are fake in the streaming industry, well, in content creation in general, but being fake to this degree on a person you've never actually met and only heard rumors about through clips on Twitter is pretty insane, especially if you're going to talk about them as if they're facts and not just random clip pages or even people like me promoting this stuff as drama to gain views and traction. This one-off conversation didn't seem like it was going to spark that much off of Cinna talking about it, because as she mentioned even in that clip, this conversation happened on stream before already during a Pokemon marathon with her agent Extra Emily and Your Rage. But once you talked about it on the Sistathon, that clip went to Twitter and was plumbing out millions of views, with other people even reposting it, eventually having others comment on it, causing it to gain even more traction, with people all sharing in on their stories of this supposed person that Cinna was talking about. Some people are just so off. A few years ago, I had someone who kept spreading rumors and telling other big creators about how I was a weirdo. The word came back to me and it made it so awkward because some of these people met me for the first time side-eyeing me. That person who spread those rumors was so nice to my face, I was put off and just blocked them on everything.
Yeah, that's some very
I think I'm back now, man.
For sure. That's very weak.
I had extra damn windows open in my in the background.
The fact I don't even know you and we both victims of the same person, I feel for you. I'm sorry it happened to you too. I'm just finding out they talked about everyone. I hope y'all realize there are women in this industry that will try to get other successful women actively black by saying like this. I hope they get exposed because things like this tarnish reputations.
Why don't y'all just do it? Why don't you just say, oh yeah, this person did.
And then now we finally get everything going.
A bedroom issue and maybe indicative.
Finally get everything going, and then now we got
them on everything.
Yeah, that's some very.
Yeah, I think I'm back now, man.
For sure. That's very weak.
I had extra damn windows open in my in the background.
The fact I don't even know you.
Shit is insane. See how that shit go? Look at that. There was extra videos playing in the background and shit. Like extra stuff just happening.
And did that. They talking crazy anyway. Let's do it. Let's turn it up. Let's do it.
Jealousy is so lame. Some people really just let their jealousy and insecurities drive them, willing to tear others down to build themselves up. Unfortunately for them, moving like that leaves cracks and you eventually come tumbling down. It's 100% the girl y'all think it is, by the way. Understand that overall the streaming industry is pretty fake and content creation in general. You would hope all as women streamers that you would be able to get together,
This is one thing. Remember, we watched the video, like the female streamer, why female streamers keep falling off and stuff like that. This is one thing that they be allowing to happen that will essentially, like, you know, cause this turmoil or discomfort. Like, we think about like the Kai way, and I know this may be just one way, just one thing I'm thinking about, and you know somebody else might have went through this, and hey, but Kai will be cool with, oh, you don't like this person, but I'm cool with them. You don't like this person, but I'm cool with them. It is what it is, and everybody just gonna coexist, and that's just what it is. You're gonna have to wait, like either I bring y'all together or y'all don't bring each other together, and that's what it be. You feel me? I feel like the female streamers gotta like they putting themselves at disadvantages when stuff like this comes up. They keep themselves down. Like they gotta break through this and break these situations and proceed and go forward. You know what up with it, man? And excel past like things like
how you doing? How you doing?
What I'm saying?
Because y'all face the same discrimination, y'all go through the same traumas and the trials and tribulations that mess up y'all's careers or at least hinder it in the exact same way. So uplifting people would be the better thing to do than tarnishing people down, even people you don't know. It just makes it very odd. And the fact that all this is coming out just showing that no matter how bad you are, how long you try to hide it for, eventually somebody or even a group of people are gonna come out and say something. Through all these tweets, y'all might notice that wow, at the end it says 100% the girl y'all think it is, no names were mentioned, at least in the tweets that I showed y'all, but a bunch of people were actually calling out who this person could be, and many people were pointing to this streamer named Jalon, someone who has collabed and been a part of the WL community.
I've seen this person, I just have not heard or seen of her in a long time, but I saw that at one point it was her. It was just like 4 light-skinned women.
Man. Respect,
that was
man.
Cool doing like Twitch
appreciate you coming back to the joint, man.
Community for a good minute, but if you've never heard of her, you.
I know I told you I was here every day, and then I had an internet issue, and I've been gone for like a week. But I'm here now. Appreciate you for coming back, dog. Appreciate it.
probably know about the 50 dates in 50 states that Agent 000 did, and the girl that he did it with happened to be Jalon. With a bunch of people throwing subliminals at her, creators, randoms on Twitter alike, and some people adding her directly and just outright saying her name, obviously Jalon was gonna eventually respond and say something.
Cloudflare dropped out, then my internet dropped out.
Instagram DMs along with her Discord.
Alright, this was her response though. Thank you for those of you who let me know about the clips and gross negative things spun on Twitter. I'm totally fine. Randoms on the internet are convinced of anything, and it's nothing new. I was planning on streaming Dispatch from start to finish this week, so that's what my next stream will be. I'll be in the no access if you guys need me. From this, I don't even know if this is legit or not. First thing first. So far I moved from this stuff, but parasocial just think it's easy to point to me because we both did stuff with Agent. I don't hang out or talk to that group of streamers, and I literally was pushing Rena in Josh's chat. It's just so tired, and people just have their minds made up. So part of me doesn't think it's worth saying anything, but also I do want to stand up for myself on basis of accusations.
Now again, in most of the tweets I showed y'all, no one was adding her directly, but they were being pretty subliminal, liking tweets that were talking about Jalon, retweeting tweets that might mention Jalon, basically pointing the finger more.
It's kind of like when multiple people though are saying something.
I don't know who none of these people are. I'm just watching this for the drama. I don't know who any of these folks are besides Senna. And the only reason why I know her is because she was on
more and more at her, so it only makes sense that you would come on the internet and try to defend yourself in case these accusations are fake. At the end of the day, from what I've shown y'all so far, y'all don't really have a say to know if it's her or not. Y'all just know a snowball effect happened because Senna made a one-off comment on her stream. And speaking of Senna, after seeing all this stuff go down, because this all happened in one day after that tweet hit 1 million views, she even got back on the internet to say she doesn't want any parts of what's going on right now because it's snowballing into a whole bigger thing that's involving people that didn't even say anything, because this is supposed to be between Senna and something that happened with Your Rage. And I can talk about it. I haven't shown y'all any clips of Your Rage yet, and this is how bad it's already getting.
I'm not gonna lie, I can say this casually. I don't really care.
I can say this. I can say this. I can look at it. I can say this.
Chat, I don't really want to be involved.
Say it.
Rage talked about what I talked about 3 other times before I've ever brought it up. That was the first time I ever
my bit rate stabilized, so I think our internet is back.
To be involved in like publicly dogpiling, if that makes sense. I talk about for a game because it's my experience. It's not a big deal, and I just don't want to be involved. I'm good. Like I don't want to do that, if that makes sense. I feel like, but to clarify, because I saw somebody, they're like, oh, we shouldn't have even talked about it. But like, Rage had told that story 3 times publicly. That wasn't new when I talked about it. I just repeated what we learned about in Hawaii, and that is what it is.
While Senna unfortunately initiated this drama and decided to opt out of it, other people were not on the same standing. And just to give Senna some bail, I understand why she didn't feel like this clip was going to blow up. There is a whole video on YouTube of her and Your Rage already talking about the situation with Agent. There are multiple clips of Your Rage talking about the situation during Hawaii before he even went and did a collab with Senna. So it makes sense in her eyes, hey, I'm just playing a game, I'm going to answer a question and talk about something that we've already discussed and have full-length YouTube videos on, and it just snowballed into something that got a lot worse. And the people that are joining in, outside of people that might be retweeting, liking subliminals to a certain person, I understand people coming out and just sharing their experience. Oh, I see this relatable thing, let me talk about my experience with it too, but not putting any names to it. And honestly, there's no real issues with that. It's just the fact that once people start pointing fingers at each other, now people are getting attacked, not only online, maybe even behind scenes, and it just causes them to have to defend themselves. And apparently one of these people that wanted to come out and speak about their experience with said person was Connie Rosie, when she went on her stream and did an entire segment breaking down some of the stuff that was going on.
People keep asking, why'd you get involved? Brother, I was a victim. Not just me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't have enough fingers on me. Whatever they do, whether it's private or publicly, it's gonna hit them like a truck. And I'm not joking when I say that. It was like, it's a very interesting behavior because I cut them off rather quickly. They didn't last anything more than like, what, 5 months.
And make sure if y'all over on YouTube, man, make sure you hit the like button, man. Y'all ain't gotta do no subscribing, but if you want to, man, show out.
Because I was just minding my own business, but they talked to me about it, and I told them, I was like, well, that's not how it was. But then they still went behind my back and talked to another person, and then they told them, well, I don't think I like her anymore. But guess what? She was still talking to me. She was still hey, how's it going? You know, to my face.
I still have yet to figure out who any of these people are.
She felt the need to talk about other creators in a not so positive light. And when you're kind of put in that position, she can't really help herself. Not validate their experience, but not also dismiss it, if that makes sense. You know, but the experience is what they experience, right? But it seemed like they almost always had an issue with someone.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm back again, and I've been putting a lot of people on to this program called Free Cash for a while now. Check out one of my supporters that had the biggest payout that I've seen yet from all the DMs
and what they're doing.
I promise you, they've been hitting me up saying that they.
Rosie in her response didn't say any particular.
Yeah, that didn't really give too much info. It's just like this is what's going on with me. This is what happened. This girl is gonna say something. She's gonna be cool in your face, and at the back end be this sounds very high school gossipy. You know what I'm saying? And shame on the people that kind of,
I'm not seeing it for any worth at all right now. I'm almost close to skipping this video.
Like, oh, you don't fuck with bro? Like, I almost gonna be.
This doesn't help.
I'm gonna be on my dog. Depending on who the person is. You
streaming
falling ain't no random person
right
that can get away with that. It's gonna have to be somebody that
it's not helping.
really rock with. That's like, hey, this is. And I'm like, oh, okay, straight up, for sure. You feel me? I take your judgment because you my dog, like my close partner. But other than that, I'm like, oh, word, and I'm gonna still keep moving. Like, it is what it is. You're gonna have to show me.
Names. She made it very clear she wasn't gonna say any names, and apparently already brought the story up in the past before. But after having other people like Senna and people crow retweeting and talking about it, she wanted to bring this experience to light too. Which again is just adding fuel to the fire that people are assuming it's Jalon, because that's the one person's name you're gonna get spammed in people's chat.
And they not clearing the name up. Cause if anytime that happens with anybody, they gonna be like, nah, hell nah, that ain't. They gonna say it quick. Nah, that is not that person. Y'all are mistaken. They would have been clean the name.
Even in her chat, you might see the name get spammed and other people when they speak about it. So it's just adding fuel onto the fire. To make matters even worse, so another streamer who was associated with Your Rage decided to speak out about the situation as well on Marcus King's stream, saying that she was heard things about Senna well before even meeting her too.
Like, I've heard stuff about Senna. Before I even met Senna, this person talked down about her. And I don't want to say what was said because it's just like, it's more personal, and it's like, you know what I mean? Right. But it's just not at all what like Senna's character actually is. Just like in my interaction with her, like I don't know her like super personally, but every interaction I've had with her, like she's so nice, like so nice.
She really
is so nice.
Getting exposed on the internet is nothing new. When people coming out explaining their experience with said person is again nothing new at all. The thing that makes the situation very different though is this is all just cryptic this, cryptic that. Cryptic tweets that don't have someone's name. Even people on stream having these experiences and just allowing people to speculate, knowing the main person that people are going to point the finger at. And apparently someone had an issue with that, being Scum TK, who was a friend of Jalon's and ended up wanting to defend her because it seemed like no one else was.
I keep saying her name. I have no issues with Senna. I've had 5 conversations with her. I met her a couple times. She seems like great people. Cool. Senna never came out and said Jalon's name. But a few individuals decided to take this opportunity to sprinkle hate on my dog and make it seem like that's who they talking about. Did any other people involved in the actual situation come out here and say, oh, it was them? No. But niggas took that, decided, yeah, I could gas up and make niggas send hate to somebody who minds their business for the sake of what? Some likes and retweets? No, I'm cool off it. I'm cool off it, bro. I'm cool off it. I'm not, listen, bro. No, that don't slide with me, bro. It don't, bro. Everybody's speculating and then you want to gas this up.
That's why throughout this entire video, I have been saying people have been retweeting, people have been liking, and much people have been commenting.
Why don't clean your shorty name up then?
Right.
I don't get it. If that's not who it's talking about and they see that that's going on, if that's your partner and everything,
clear your partner name.
Why don't they be like, oh, we gonna clean this up. This is not who this is.
Right.
We got good, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all saying, what y'all talking about. We gonna clear it up. That's an easy one, especially if y'all was rocking out with each other.
Rocking with each other, exactly.
Like, even a bit of cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Even a little bit. Even people they won't even know him for real. Be like, bro, y'all is tripping. That is not who that is.
That is Jalon, and I even showed y'all a response that Jalon made, but at no point in time have y'all seen a clip from Senna saying it was Jalon. At no point in time have y'all even seen a Your Rage clip yet because he doesn't enter until the very end. So I could understand why TK, someone who's friends with Jalon, would be upset that a bunch of people are coming on this hype train, multiple people that are not as popular as these streamers that are being talked about, and getting a chance to try see this as a clouded opportunity. Don't get me wrong, and if it's just not her, then it would be very simple to say it's not her. And keeping it ambiguous is just adding more fuel to her fire, the point where she hasn't even streamed. That clip I showed y'all, where it was a Discord message where she said she was going to stream, did not even happen because of how much hate and how much stuff has been going on. TK wasn't finished either. In his response to 6ix9ine and other people in general, he talked about how they do the exact same thing they are accusing Jalan of, and how they are just jumping on this hype train purely for views, likes, and attention, and don't even truly care about the situation at hand.
6ix9ine, bro, I have screenshots of you talking crazy
Next
about me.
video, because I don't even know who these folks is that they talking about. They keep talking about people I have never even heard of before, man, so I ain't even tripping, man. It is what it is. Is what it is. Hey, man.
This is crazy. So this dude was going around and he was spraying bug shit.
Watch streaming is.
It'll show it. It'll show it.
This is what this is supposed to be.
Here. This dude is going to jail for a bit for being a clown.
Things have gotten so much worse for the TikToker who poisoned food at Walmart for a prank, as he's now pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of adding poison and harmful substances to food, 1 misdemeanor count of endangerment, and 1 misdemeanor count of criminal damage.
Oh, you love to see it.
Put him up. That's crazy. Put him up.
Dude essentially wanted.
So you have to understand the way that poisons work. And the way that a lot of bug poisons work is that they are effectively a viscous liquid that shuts down the insect or the bug's ability to breathe, because the way that they breathe and the way that they get energy is through moving their body. And so a lot of these poisons are not even poisonous. They won't even actually kill somebody. They're not going to do any bodily harm.
Okay.
And so it's a neurotoxin. Yeah, exactly. And so there are certain poisons you can use that can kill people, other ones you can that won't. The bug poisons don't kill people. There are other ones that do, but those raid bottles, and that one specifically is not an example of that. So it wouldn't have even worked to begin with. Anyway, so not only is he
that
retarded,
don't change nothing,
but he's retarded. Like, that's bad.
Attention so bad on the internet that he destroyed his life for it. And unfortunately, there's now many cases of this. So he's not even unique. He's just another moron headed to prison. But it's been at least 4 months since we've had our last update on this guy, and next month it'll be 1 year since I first started covering this dude. So there's a lot that's unfolded. So I mean, if you're lucky enough to not know who I'm talking about today, I'm sorry for taking out of your bliss, because sometimes ignorance truly is bliss. But this is Charles Smith, also known as the social media creator Wolfie Coletti, a Arizonan TikToker who went viral last year for basically being a public nuisance and just an all-around absolute
just being annoying. Like that, it's so funny to me when these guys whose entire career is built around just being annoying and obnoxious, like they do something like this and they go over the line, and now their life is totally fucking ruined.
Back. Wolfie decided that being a functioning member of society just wasn't for him, so he became a self-proclaimed real-life villain.
What in my 600-pound life is this? He got bacon hidden in his shoes? Ugh!
Yeah, a self-proclaimed real-life villain, and started recording TikTok content at the expense of random innocent people, ruining their days for views. Because as I've said in my previous videos, his content was essentially barely monetizable all the way up until the last few months before he was arrested. I think right before he was arrested, he was making a couple $1,000s a month doing this stuff.
Not so bad. Oh, he's gonna put the bacon in there, right?
The fuck?
Yeah, if I was 11, I would have watched this.
Yeah, this is actually like, this is literal content for preteens. Yeah, this is for like, yeah, it's funny. No, it is like, I mean, because I remember what I was like whenever I was a little kid. Little basic. No, I get it. Like, I get it, but like, you can't do that. This dude's 25. Yeah, no, exactly. I get it. Wait, what? Eggs? Eggs? I love how he thinks that there aren't any, I would say there's not any cameras, but he literally uploaded this himself. He's uploading the camera. Yeah. How do you think that you're going to get away with this? I mean, you got to be retarded to do this.
I mean, there's nothing like destroying what could possibly be this man's only set of clothes for some attention online. And the whole ongoing theme of this guy is he always picks on the least economically fortunate, as his normal targets are either fast food workers, retail workers, laundromat customers, or dollar store customers.
Because that's probably where he lives. He just goes to the local Dollar General and pisses on the floor, and then he's like, guys, what happened? Like, what is this? He just a retard, yeah.
This could be because he's just trying to pick out people who won't sue him. But you reap what you sow, and eventually, if you're a scumbag, it'll catch up.
Gotta get more coffee, y'all.
Sadly, what you just saw is far from his worst video. One of the videos that made him somewhat infamous is him dumping a bag of ice into a fryer while they were in business.
How do these people think that they're on a private server, man? This is crazy. This is perfect for teens. Think that they're on a private server. This content is great for like little kids. Like little kids love shit like this. At least some of them do.
What tacos is that, girl? Hey. Hey.
Just some poor fucking 55-year-old man working at Jack in the Box has to deal with this shit.
Right.
Because this clown, yes. He's just like, he's confused. He's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is going on, bro? Like, what is this? Yes, I know. What the hell's wrong with people? I know. This is average wage expectation. Yeah, it's bad, man.
In case you didn't know,
how do you do this and think that nothing's gonna go wrong? Like, really? Like, how do you do this and then assume that, like, this is insane? The face he makes, yeah. Fucking like some Blue Steel Derek Zoolander shit. Oh, he walks out of the Jack in the Box and the alarm's going off. After I just inconvenienced a 53-year-old Jack in the Box worker. They're gonna, this is gonna take them 20 minutes to fix my problem. Ha ha ha.
This is what happens when you put way less ice into a frying machine. And of course, this happened at a Popeyes as well.
Yeah.
Or people who work at Popeyes, man.
What happens? I don't even know. Oh, yeah.
I mean, hey, that was pretty much best case scenario right there.
Yeah.
That was with way less ice. So it's safe to say,
I didn't even know that could
you
happen.
don't need to be a rocket scientist to realize how bad this could have gone. There is no way they didn't have to shut down the kitchen after Wolfie did that. Because I did go on and find another video where they
Never mind, that's more than 20 minutes.
Roughly the same amount of ice as Wolfie put into the fryer, and here...
Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, they probably had to shut that shit down. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That happened. And I mean,
didn't
this
even
is
know that
honestly
could happen.
best
That's
case
crazy.
Damn, that's insane.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you burn the whole building down. Then you have videos like this.
This is him again?
Fried pigeon?
Is it just literally a dead bird?
Wolfie.
And then he go throw up a deuce and say Wolfie.
How do you do this? You're laughing. I am. This is so ridiculous. It's not that it's funny. It's just like, how do you do this and think that you're going to get away with it? Like it's insane. The guy's got 2 points. Yes. Oh my God.
Remember that.
Yeah. If you were going to make a list of his worst moments.
Remember his name. Bro, that's my favorite part. Remember my name. I'm the retard that threw the dead pigeon into the kitchen. This guy thinks he's fucking Heisenberg. Witness me. It's a bird.
It would be impossible to not include the lineup of videos of himself committing attempted battery with a cake.
Oh my God.
Actual battery with a cake. False imprisonment and disrupting a business practice.
False imprisonment.
And of course, poisoning food at a grocery store.
This is, see, what I think is really funny is that this is the one that really cooked them. This is the one that they finally, like, because I bet the police probably knew this guy, and they said, okay, now we know what to do. Yep, now we can get him. Yep, you can't get this one. You fucked around eventually, and the other ones are like, maybe it's inconvenient, but it's not a big crime, but that's it.
Getting more coffee, y'all.
Oh. It's wild that this guy makes Johnny Somali even seem like a decent citizen in comparison. But obviously...
That's actually crazy whenever you say that, because you're right. Like, at least Johnny Somali was just annoying and retarded. This dude's actually trying to hurt people. Yeah, that's crazy.
The food poisoning incident that finally got the authorities to take some real action against him. That was the video that immediately got him arrested by Mesa police in December of last year, as he turned himself in and admitted to the crime without any hesitation. Because, well, when you record and post your crimes online, you are the star witness against yourself. When you film yourself committing a felony, upload it for the whole world to see, and brag about it, there's no question about whether you did it or not. You're just making the prosecutor's job extremely easy, and your defense nearly impossible. So the Maricopa County Attorney's Office later indicted him on multiple charges, including introducing poison, criminal damage, endangerment, and theft. And after he was arrested, it was only a matter of time until they started digging into his past videos to throw extra charges on him. Because along with
this guy, bro, this guy TikToked his life sentence.
Right.
He TikToked his whole life sentence. That's bad, man. That sucks.
the 4 other charges, a third-degree burglar charge was also added related to an incident at a Bosa donut shop.
Have your name, date of birth?
Charles Smith. In an MCSO orange jumpsuit, Charles Smith, who goes by Wolfie Coletti on social media, was in court for the second time in just a few days. Already arrested in Mesa over the weekend, where police say he took this can of bug and flea killer.
Yeah, you need to use a different one. He's just stupid.
Off the shelf at a Walmart and sprayed the pesticide on produce that was on sale for anyone to buy, all while filming the action himself. The 27-year-old told officers
27 years old? Like, I would understand if you're crashing out like this whenever you're like 19. 27.
27 makes it worse.
This dude's gonna be 30 years old soon. He almost in the unk status, and he's sitting around doing this, acting like a 5-year-old. You know those people that have graduated college that like they've been at a job for years.
He's a self-proclaimed troll and that he makes up to $10,000 a month posting those videos on social media. The court paperwork for the latest arrest is sealed, but as part of his release conditions, the judge told Smith he is not allowed to be on any social media. And he's not allowed to set foot inside any Bosa donut shop.
I mean, by the
You do not go into that donut shop. You do not even think about going into that donut shop.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Like that's a
Bro, imagine getting banned
like
from a
that's
donut
literally
shop from the police.
Like that's a.
Like I mean, you gotta be a straight up clown for that shit.
Wait, this guy is 28 years old.
Punishment.
He's fully developed.
Get the word. I don't know why I couldn't get the word.
Yet, for some reason, is spraying Raid, which is a cockroach exterminator on food.
Yeah.
Is risking killing someone worth social media attention? Apparently,
yes. That's obviously the answer is yes.
He thought so. But last year, he had to spend Christmas in jail, and his case has been moving through the legal system since then. His initial pretrial conference was originally scheduled for April 30th, 2025, but a minute entry in the case activity pushed it earlier to April 3rd, 2025. And this is where things actually kind of get interesting, because a plea agreement was filed for 3 of his cases in Maricopa County on April 22nd, and Wolfie was initially set to adult probation. But 2 days later, there was a change in his plea, and now he's officially pleaded guilty to the video where he sprayed Raid on the produce. The articles are reporting that he pleaded guilty to 2 felony accounts of adding poison or other harmful substances to food, 1 misdemeanor count of endangerment, and 1 misdemeanor count of criminal damage.
The man accused of filming.
Somebody says bro's definitely on a burner account trying to push his content to more preteens, so this will be worth it. The sad thing is he might be able to pull it off and make it big because that's the crap world we live in. No, you're not gonna be able to spray poison on shit and get away with it. Like no, they're gonna get him. Like the thing is, like, people act like that's he done. Like, and it's also there's been so many other things too. Like, he already was in prison also. So it's not like this guy just, he just had to crash out one day and cause problems. No, this is a continual crash outer. Yeah, he been doing this a lot. He has a crazy history, yeah.
Himself spraying bug killer on Walmart produce has pled guilty to several charges. In December, Charles Smith recorded himself spraying the bug killer at a Mesa Walmart. He allegedly told investigators that he makes money.
And look, by the way, it got 78 comments. This dude is catching a felony for probably 200 likes. Imagine going to prison for 200 likes. That's bad.
Videos of pranks. He'll be back in court on June 24th.
One important thing to notice after spraying bug exterminator on various food items is that Wolfie actually left the store for about 10 minutes. Then, finally, he returned and attempted to remove all the items he had sprayed. So he then placed all these contaminated items, or at least the items he thought were contaminated, into a shopping cart and moved it to the back of the store. But the damage was already done. It's not like removing specific items magically decontaminates the entire environment. The shelves, baskets, surrounding areas, surrounding produce. This was a disaster waiting to happen, and he's extremely
Real talk, if you saw him in chat, would you saw someone spray Raid on produce, would you punch them? Would I punch them? Absolutely not. I just recorded happening, and I would just like say to an employee, I'd be like, hey, this guy's spraying poison on the food.
Right.
Check the tapes, call the police.
There's no reason for you to do anything about it. I mean, what the fuck is... You're going to get a charge so they can get a charge?
I beat his ass?
What the fuck?
Well, yeah, but, like, what if he had a knife or a gun or, like, I mean, he sues you because then he gets hurt in the fight.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, you don't want to do that, realistically. For what? Yeah, exactly. Like, why even do that? You can get in trouble, too? Yeah, exactly. You dumb, Chatter? Yeah, you dumb. Like, yeah, ray him in the face. Well, what would that do, right? Like, cause it's like, cause like, if you want to do that and hit somebody, like, why would you want to hit somebody? Like, I mean, you could do way worse than hitting somebody if you want to be smart about it. So like the worst thing to do is to just fucking like guerrilla out at a Walmart, right? Like you could come up with a million worse things to do to somebody besides that.
Yeah, fuck
like
that.
Then you're gonna get yourself in trouble. Yeah, no emotional regulation. Yeah, exactly. Like you can find out where a person lives easy. Like you can do all kinds of shit. Like so, why even try to like why try to go get in a fight at a Walmart? It's stupid.
And honestly, all of us are extremely lucky that no one else was harmed from this.
Yeah. I threw them away. Yeah, I bet you did.
And see, the problem with that is that, man, I mean, even if he did leave for 10 minutes and then came back and just picked all the stuff out in that 10-minute situation.
He threw them away as if like, okay, well now as if like they had, like this is like probably $400, $200 of produce there. Yeah, so I just threw them away afterwards, so it's fine.
But also, according to the court documents, it was unknown if he managed to collect all the contaminated items, and Walmart had to remove the remaining produce valued at $931.
Wow.
Here in AZ Central, it says the time between the defendant sprayed the items to when he placed them into the cart left plenty of time for customers to take the contaminated items and purchase them. So, for 10 minutes, people could buy produce that he had sprayed with bug exterminator. Again, all for the attention on social media. I mean,
200 likes. Catching a felony for 200 likes.
Crazy.
I bet the only reason he went back to remove the contaminated food is because someone in chat reminded him of legal repercussions. I mean, like,
probably.
I mean, like, that's what I'm guessing too. But even that, I wouldn't even entirely believe.
This dude has been walking around like he's been invincible for so long now, and finally, it caught up with him because he fell into that trap of doing more and more insane stuff for content and views because he kept getting away with the last insane stunt. So without a doubt, there's a space for him in the Hall of Fame of Internet Morons because this guy has successfully played himself and ruined his own life for a little bit of attention online. So now, Wolfie is scheduled to be sentenced on June 24th next month, and that's when we'll find out exactly how much time he'll be spending behind the bars. So if this video gets 50,000 likes,
I'm hoping for
damn, this is 5 months old, and I thought this was new.
I think 15 years. I think 15 years is pretty good. I think 15 to 20 years. That sounds decent. Yeah. Put him in there for a bit. Yeah, exactly, right? Because you got to set an example out of this. It's only going to be like 5 years? Yeah, maybe, right? But like, it's got to be at least a number of years to get to make an example out of him. Yeah, 15 years for spraying bug spray. Yep. You see, like, to me, like, you have to keep in mind that the way that laws are made, one of the reasons why you have certain punishments is as a deterrent. And so, like, for example, if a police officer could, if you got pulled over for a DUI and you failed your breathalyzer test and the police officer just shoots you right in the head, immediate execution, you're dead. Do you want to know what would happen with drunk driving? It would go way down. It would go way down. Everybody would stop drunk driving because they'd be fucking terrified of getting shot in the head and being killed instantly. And so, whenever you think about how to make a behavior stop, you have to figure out why the behavior is happening, assign a value to that, and then create a repercussion that has a higher value than that. And it is so high that it will make other people afraid of doing it. That's how you change human behavior. So should farmers be convicted for spraying pesticides that are way worse? Is there a reason why commercial products are not for general public? Well, no. Farmers are are convicted for spraying pesticides that are worse? Well, no, because those pesticides are made like what? That's like saying, should somebody driving a stolen car get arrested because somebody is driving a car that's not stolen? What are you thinking?
I'll show up to the courthouse and cover the sentencing. Yeah. And feel free to subscribe if you want me to go to the courthouse. And other than that, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video. So I would also recommend clicking it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
So I've grown quite worried. Give me a second. I will probably watch this tomorrow. I don't know if I get around to it today. But like, this is what's really been going on. Social media should be paid out to the victims. In my opinion, like, this is it. RFK beat him up as a punishment. No. It's not about that. Disagree with Zach. Immediate execution won't change the volume of fear. People would more likely get angry about the escalation of negligence. I think to some degree, if medicine is too extreme, it'll have the opposite effect. I don't think so at all.
Things have gotten...
I don't think so at all. I think that, so here's a... Let me think of a number of good examples of this. It's not true. Yeah, it's just not true. Let me think of a good example of why people are afraid of doing things. So, I mean, Dubai is a great example. Look at El Salvador. So they just arrested all the people that were committing crime, and then the crime stopped happening. That was pretty much about it. And so, like, you have plenty of examples. Singapore, right? In Singapore, you can go to jail for littering. There's nobody who's littering over there. It's very rare. It's probably a very clean country. So there's everyone with tats. Yeah, and guess what? The problem pretty much went away. And so the idea that the punishment is not like, every criminal makes a calculated decision. Most criminals do not plan on getting caught, but they do plan on, if they get caught, having some form of way of getting out of it. So if something is a really, really bad punishment, they will avoid doing certain things because they're afraid of that, because they're worried about getting in trouble. It's risk management. There is a reason why all of these guys go and do this in places like Japan and the United States and places in Europe, and they're not doing it in China, Russia, or Singapore, or Dubai, or North Korea. There's a reason why they're not doing it there, and it's because they have risk management. They understand exactly what the risks are, and they make decisions based off of those risks. Is the purpose of law is vengeance, though? Is the purpose of law vengeance? Answer is sometimes yes. And it's also about, it's vindication as well. It's very important that people that do things that are bad and that are antisocial, and especially things that hurt other people, they get metaphorically crucified. It's extremely important that that happens, because if it doesn't happen, then you have society degrade into a culture of people that are constantly dangerous, hostile, aggressive, and problematic. And so it's about sending a message. Yes, it's very important about sending a message. And so I don't view prison entirely about rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is a nice secondary effect. Like, it would be good if you could rehabilitate a person. But it's more important than rehabilitating a person is protecting the people that don't need to be rehabilitated. So the goal that I have with a lot of these laws, I've said this before, is that the focus should be protecting the people and creating a culture and society where people can feel like they're safe. And I think that criminals feeling like they're not safe is a good thing. And them being afraid, like, oh, well, you just get put in prison and that's all that happens, and like they don't care about you, etc. Yeah, of course, that's the point. That's the point. The cruelty is the point. And if you want to avoid the cruelty, don't do the action. Nobody made him do that. He did this himself. He chose to do this. He's a grown man. He's making this decision himself. And so the way that you handle these people is you have to a certain degree, brutalize them. And if you do that, you stop the behavior. And the goal is to stop the behavior. And it can't be too extreme, bro. Oh, I'm not being extreme. This isn't extreme. This is normal. Yeah, no, that's it. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Yeah, exactly. And the active ingredients, parathoids, also use pesticides. Yeah, sure. The active ingredients in related to parathoids, which they also use for pesticides on crops and lots of other stuff. Exactly what I want to acknowledge this. Why are you trying to argue that it's the same as spraying pesticides and killing people? Like, spraying poison, like, this is done obviously with malicious intent to make people sick. It's the same thing, like, it's the same as putting the thing in the frying pan, the ice in the fryer. It's very obvious that this person is doing it with malicious intent. You're trying to obfuscate by making some kind of like weird abstract comparison with pesticides and farmers, but this is a totally different conversation, and that's not even what's being discussed right now. It's a totally different issue. And so actually, what an idiot. Yeah, I'm actually just going to scroll up and just ban that person because it's just such a, what a weird thing to say. And, oh, it looks like, I don't know where it is, but I'm sure he'll comment again and say something stupid. Just go back and ban him. And there's no reason to even engage that type of thinking. But anyway, so that's the way that you handle people. And some will say poor people and the minorities get the brunt of the justice system. How do you make it so a justice system is racially and class blind? Well, I don't care if it's happening to a black person or a white person. The majority of people in prison are men. We don't talk about how we need to arrest more women, do we? No, of course not. It's retarded. The problem is the action. The person committing the action doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's a woman, a man, a black person, a white person, an Asian. It doesn't make any difference. I don't care if they're poor or rich. Why would I care about that? The action is bad objectively. And so it should be treated that way. Yeah, women get less time. They should. Oh, sorry. They do, and they shouldn't. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why do you have to explain this?
Because a lot of people are retarded.
So here's the reason why I have to explain it to people. The reason why is because a lot of these people live in a media apparatus that views any sort of application of the justice system through the lens of racial parity, which should not be that's not the goal. The application of the justice system is to remove crime. That's its goal. And so, like, that's the reason why. It's because they're thinking about it from a completely different foundation, and it's a wrong foundation. Every race breaks the law. Yeah, exactly. It's the same as, like, basically, if 100% of all crimes were committed by women, we wouldn't call them being in jail sexist. No, definitely. And do you agree that bail and fines target the lower class? Yeah, I do. I do. And I don't know, like, for fines and stuff like that, how do you handle fines for a person that's, like, making more money? I think that scaling fines for people that make more money is probably a good idea. Like, for example, if you're speeding and you're a millionaire, I think that you should get a bigger speeding ticket than if you're an average person. Because, again, the goal is about making the behavior not happen. So, and it's not fair, by the way, that happens, but it's also not fair that they're speeding. So again, the goal is not about making it fair for the person who's doing the bad action. The goal is making it fair for the people who are doing the good actions and are victims of bad actions. So that's always, like, I always think about it from that perspective. But that's just really true. Yeah. And so that's how I think about everything. Is that's not possible? Yeah, it is. European countries do it already. And so all you need to do, and again, I'm going to explain it to you guys, like, really, really simple, right? Is that all you need to do is figure out why somebody is doing something, figure out what they're getting out of it, and then figure out how to take that thing away from them and how to create a counter incentive that's worse than what they're getting, and then you will make the behavior stop. This is simple psychology. This is how you train a rat. It's how you train a dog. It's how you train a person. It's how you train a society. It works all the way down. So all you do is you figure that out and you do it right. And so anyway, and we rise, yes, clearly, scaling fines is so unfair. I agree. I think that it is unfair. And that's why I would do it. As a measure and a show of intent and deliberateness.
Yeah.
It is unfair. That's the thing.
It needs to be a sliding scale.
Is that,
that
like,
way you can
I'm not,
actually,
the goal is, for me, it's not about being fair
appropriately.
It's about, and it's also like, who's it fair to? So, and you think about it, and this is the problem that you have, is that you're thinking about it as, like, it being fair to the criminal. How is it fair to everybody else on the road that this criminal gets to just pay a fine that's effectively pocket change to them, and they can continue doing what they were doing with no consequence? How is it fair to them? So are we going to think about what's fair to the one person who is actively doing something wrong that they know is wrong? Or are we going to think about what's fair to the hundreds of other people who are trying to do the right thing and are put at risk because of this one person? And what about punch card before jail? Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I think in some cases that's bullshit. The rich are protected. Well, yeah.
I'm out of here. Next video.
What do you hope he would say?
Already.
What I would hope he would say? Yeah, because I think secretly you would like to squash this, no?
I mean, yeah, I don't.
Come on.
I guess. Seriously, I actually would, because it's like me and him together. And like when we did have content, we were everywhere when we did make content together. I think Kai is a cool person. I think he's a very cool person, and he helps people and brings people on his platform and really does magic, because he helped me, you know. I don't ever take that away from him. So I would actually love to squash things if that can happen.
Zoe Spencer has had a whirlwind of a short career in her streaming era. She's created content with some of the biggest and brightest names, seemingly becoming friends with some of the biggest streamers in the world now. I remember when she was hanging out with Ty Lil, Kai Cenat, Phantom, and the rest of the guys, even before they got to this magnitude. But after a few choice decisions, she has fallen off a cliff. Now, sure, she still ends up on streams with rappers, but honestly, these streams are the most disrespectful things in the world.
Tell Zoe she need to go get some booze. My bad. What? On to the next one. On to the next one.
He told me I need to go get some titties.
She needs like a little A cup. She got a 0 cup. My girl respect everything that come out my mouth.
It's giving humiliation ritual. But now Zoe Spencer is back, and she is trying to do everything in her willpower to clean up her name, image, and likeness and get in the good graces with some of the big streamers again. But is it enough to erase the so-called annoying past that Zoe Spencer's had?
Scary ass.
I'm scared because you came in my room loud. Man, y'all keep slamming the door.
Happy birthday!
Get out! Cause you're like, why you
get out my room? Get out my room, this is my room. Get out my room. Get out my room, this is my room. This is my room.
Just. Kai, if you're hearing this, listen.
He listening.
We belong together.
Belong?
Get it through your skull.
With the brain.
You stupid.
You're not stupid.
I hate your little stupid, little dumb, little ass. Like that. No. Shut the up while I'm talking to you.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I ain't never gonna see me with Kai again, boy. And it ain't on no beef shit. It ain't on no funny shit. Yeah, just ain't.
What's wrong with that is, why would you automatically assume that you would never be on my stream again because of me being in a relationship? It makes no sense. Y'all talk about you trolling. Let me put y'all on more game. The trolling, the slick. I've dealt with that with so many people within this. Y'all see, everybody that really watch me, people would say something and be like, I'm trolling.
Drunk yesterday. You was me. Stop! That hurt. What is wrong with you?
What about? I'm the yo. Get out, pull up. Talib, nah, for real. You going around biting? You have bit more than 10. This a zombie, bro. Zoe Platt, the eater. She's a zombie, bro. Every male she streamed with, she has to make him feel uncomfortable, bro. Can you do content without humiliating? Seriously. Can you?
The bite heard around the world. Probably the moment that Zoe Spencer took things way too far. It's a stream in which there was an AMP NYC New Year's Eve party, if I'm not mistaken, and Zoe Spencer did her normal Zoe Spencer antics. But there were specific key moments of that stream in which a lot of people noted as being too far, most notably the bite.
W Trey, I got y'all dude. Y'all can start sucking dick now.
I bit him. Say hi. I didn't even get to do what I wanted to do, my nigga.
No. She's crazy.
What has now become like an internet meme, it was something that honestly was embarrassing. It was over the top. You in a room full of the huzz and you biting on the niggas. Like that's a crazy concept. I understand why somebody could be mad at that. And although the bite was playful, it was still over the top in the type of environment that they were in. Now, a bite could probably be brushed off. That wouldn't even be something that we would be talking about. But Zoe doubled and tripled down on her antics in that same exact stream.
My raindrop, I am the sea. With you and God with sun, I'm so beautifully. It's good. What the fuck, nigga? I'm trying to look the fuck up, nigga.
Have you cringed enough yet? Well, strap yourself in. There's a point in the stream where the relationship becomes unbearable. And this is the exact moment that Kai Cenat and the other members of AMP denote as the moment in which they ditched the Zoe Spencer experience because she just didn't know how to handle herself in public.
I just don't like the fact that your man's is spilling shit on me. You got niggas spilling shit on me. You not protecting me. You not doing shit, bro.
He spilled it on you?
He spilled it on me. You not doing nothing.
I just came.
Yo, that's real nigga shit, bro. You didn't even pull up with nothing. You a bum ass nigga.
Hey, don't talk to my dog. Like,
you nigga.
I literally just got here.
What the fuck you talking about? Who you? Did you call me?
I apologize. So, cause you be wilding on me,
You
bro.
call me a bitch? You calling me a bitch in front of all these motherfuckers?
I'm tripping.
Cuddy. Nigga, f*** you. Nigga, I'm embarrassed you, nigga. You calling me a bitch in front of all these motherfuckers.
Yo, it's quiet. I don't even know.
I don't give a f*** if it's quiet. Fuck, I don't even see nobody. Nigga, you calling me a bitch?
Now, I don't know if you've ever been in those types of situations where if you take a moment to just look around, the room is quiet, everybody's got their phones out, and you are the center of attention. Mind you, this is in the middle of a party. This is in the middle of everybody celebrating and having a good time. There's no reason that you should be the singular moment unless you have like an ego problem. And Zoe Spencer goes on to explain later as to why she did what she did. It's a messy situation from top to bottom, and one that still had 40 seconds of cringe left in it. Now, that was September, the last time that Kai said that he saw Zoe Spencer. But seeing as to how they did 25 streams in 2024, nobody thought anything different. This was just another Zoe Spencer being Zoe Spencer moment. So when it came time for Kai Cenat to announce who would be at Streamer University, you would think that Zoe Spencer would be on that very, very short list of people to be there. She wasn't. And when Kai Cenat addressed this, he finally unearthed what a lot of people behind the closed doors were saying about Zoe Spencer, is that she is embarrassing and she does too much.
September 24th, Drewski Show. I never got to tell you how that shit made me feel because of who you are and how your humor and like how you are as a person. I dead ass for the first time, and my bad I didn't get to like talk about it with you, but like felt secondhand embarrassed, like felt embarrassed. If y'all see that clip, like at one point I told her to chill because like bro, there was like a lot of going on, but you know Zoe is like very, you know, she's very outgoing, she's very positive, that's her shit. So I'm like, you know what, I'm not even gonna put that past her, but right there, something felt off.
Kai, this is for you. If I offended you in any kind of way with that clip, I do apologize. I don't ever like to make anybody feel uncomfortable. That's not what I was like trying to do. I didn't even think you would feel embarrassed because of that, just because like there was times where like that same kind of banter happened. Like there was another time you like called me a bitch before and we react like that. So I assumed like we were doing the same thing. So if I like offended you or like if I embarrassed you in a way, like, I apologize. I did not know.
Now, her apology to me seems sincere, and she honestly opened up conversation as to what's going on in the streamer world. Why does everybody feel the need to be over the top in order to get the clip off? And do they not know how to read the room? We've seen it multiple times this year and in the previous year of streamers, especially newcomers to the game, go above and beyond for content. And I've made claim on this channel that they're just imitating what they see on screen. But the major difference is that, I don't know, Kai and Phantom know each other. They've known each other for multiple years. So if they start to go over the top with each other, then it's okay. But ultimately, a lot of newcomers this year have ruined their relationships because they have just gone way over the top. I think about Corey 2U, who comes to mind with the whole Your Rage chain incident. Now, even though Zoe Spencer did apologize, it was a little too late. The community started to openly drag her. Content creators from left, right, up, down started saying, yo, I never really rocked with Zoe Spencer. And from the graveyard of streaming, Soul Illuminati, for what seemed to be like his only stream of the year, came back to ether Zoe Spencer.
So you didn't make it and now you throwing a nigga named Zeddy under the bus because he's not a streamer? Maybe they see the potential in him. Like, no hate towards whoever this girl is. No way you got your ass on and cried because you didn't make a university, bro. Like, this bitch is a grown woman. And I've seen what you be doing. That masculine, you the type of, bro, that masculine ass shit you be doing, you the type of bitch that'll bite a nigga dick while you sucking it. Like, we can't trust you.
What?
I wouldn't put you on at all, bitch. Maybe you should just focus on becoming a better creator because the masculine shit that you doing, no nigga want to be around that. And I wouldn't even bring you around nobody. After a while, you would just become annoying. Seriously. And that's probably what Kai see. Maybe you just an annoying ass female. It ain't even got to be nothing deeper. You don't have to come, I don't know why. Just take a look back at your track record and look at what you was doing.
And knowing how and who Zoe Spencer is, she responded exactly how you would think. I mean, she blacked on the world. She blacked on Soluminati, just kind of distanced herself from everybody. And this moment specifically is the one where the streaming world distanced themselves from Zoe Spencer.
Every stream, I will call you a ass nigga. I don't even know you until now.
Don't try me like that. Don't try me like that.
I don't even know who the you were. Yo. Hi, how you feeling, my heart? I didn't even know who you were until now. You boring. You're mad because you're a boring and I'm crashing out on you. You stupid ass. You have a dumb ass username.
Zoe, you're cooked.
Y'all never want to see black women really excel. It's scary. All you
what?
Ooh, all you niggas is gay.
Now, after distancing herself, whether by force or by choice or by whatever you want to say, she started to go down this path of aligning with a bunch of different streamers and content creators and rappers who were for more or less on the fringes of society. When she had the opportunity to go to Silky's house, who is another New York-based streamer with Nina Lynn, she assaulted somebody, which we know that story. We're not going to rehash it. And since that crash out, she's been totally distant from the streaming community, having her go down the paths of hanging out with these rappers who want to sexualize her, become a humiliation ritual in her own right, and even having her past resurface with the essay incident that happened earlier this year with Silky's assistant Saeed. But here we are where Zoe Spencer wants to redeem herself. She wants to get back into the good graces of the community, and she's going on her own version of a press run, starting with Angie Martinez in that interview. Now, I watched the entirety of the interview so you didn't have to, and she's basically up there explaining her side, why she was aggressive in this moment, the third moment, and how she was ultimately blindsided by the conversation about her embarrassing Kai Cenat.
Him asking if I could go to the first Mafia-thon. He had the first one. I texted him. I was like, hey gang, I'm gonna come out to LA, and he responded to me, and then he didn't. And then it never spoke ever since then.
Since that moment.
Yeah, but it was never like a problem like with texting. There was never like a problem in text messages. That's when the whole you embarrassed me came out. And I'm like, what?
But I can honestly say that Zoe Spencer seems to be remorseful of her own actions and understanding that there is a new place and space for her in Twitch. And it doesn't necessarily have to revolve around being this ultra aggressive person, not being able to read the room and hanging out with these types of streamers, which I think is a big deal and a big revelation, especially because on this platform and on other platforms and hell in the community as a whole, we are critical on women streamers, specifically the desire and need to be male-centered. Now, while she does want to get back into the good graces of Kai Cenat and potentially hang out with him and rekindle the friendship, because you know, they were good buddies at one point, it doesn't seem as though she is still begging to be with him. She's still not blacking out. She's just being her normal Zoe Spencer self. I think if she can get into her own lane, which a lot of people have been asking her to do, she can still be successful and still be a trailblazer in the industry, specifically from the female perspective. But I don't know, maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I know some people are going to tell me, Omar, you are making not big enough of a deal of her essaying somebody. I do quite honestly think that that is a serious situation. And she did try to apologize and all that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that she did these things. But if she is going to exist on the platform, because I can't deplatform her, at least she is going about it in a much smarter way, in a much remorseful way. And she doesn't seem to be following the footsteps of the other perpetrator in the situation and just saying, yo, screw everybody, I'm a crash out. These are good positive steps from Zoe Spencer. And I think a lot of people should learn from her about this whole streamer world. Don't go in there doing weird stuff to people you don't know. And if you do something wrong, be willing to apologize and change your behavior. Full stop.
Uh-oh. There we go. Woo. Got scared there.
Yeah, so the streamer, we'll talk a little bit about the streamer awards, okay? We'll talk a little bit about this.
No streamer awards, noms, Sag.
You know why you didn't get nominated. You know why.
Yeah, we weren't going to win anything, let's be real. 12K. How was the podcast? It was amazing. Probably the best podcast we've ever. Probably one of the better podcast episodes we've done. No nomination. Who cares, lol? Yeah, I know. It's funny because it's like, this has been a relatively
wrong with your hair?
Tumultuous year.
Yeah.
The more like mainstream recognition I receive as a political commentator, the more angry and resentful other political commentary adjacent people get, and the more they
He better not be thinking about me. I don't care you have an article written about you. Why do I give a fuck about that? He better not be thinking this is about me. I don't care. It's fine. It's good content for me. I don't care.
Fucking do smear campaigns, and the
smear
more
campaign. Oh god,
separated and connected I feel from the.
You've gone on smear campaigns against so many people. Like this, is what you get.
Community. No one got nominated because political content, so it is what it is. Yeah.
That's true.
Except XQC, who
doesn't do political content, and you know this. You know he doesn't do political content. You know he doesn't. Wait, what are we talking about here?
Literally live streamed with the president.
Oh god. So doing one, and by the way, this was the extent of XQC's live stream with Trump. Hi. Okay, that was it. That was the whole thing.
Current president. But I guess he's not considered a political streamer because
that's not his entirety of his content. And him being on Aiden's stream while Aiden interviewed Donald Trump for 5 minutes is not equivalent to you spending hours every single day doing politics. That's correct. Right. These two things are not equivalent to each other.
These two things are not like the other.
XQC.
Simple.
And Aiden Ross.
Who also wasn't nominated, by the way.
On Kick.
Who was not nominated.
But I don't think AT&T has an issue with XQC in the same way that they have an issue with me.
I wonder why.
You didn't have a whole live stream with Trump like Aiden Ross did. Maybe top influencers in the rep beyond vote. And Aiden Ross has so many streams with Nick Fuentes, who's an actual Nazi and anti-America. Yeah, I mean XQC.
XQC what?
XQC literally streamed with Donald Trump. And I don't think AT&T has any problems with XQC. AT&T literally blacklisted me. AT&T likes XQC.
Yeah, duh. You think streaming with the president for like a day or like a few hours is the same as making political content every day?
He streamed with Donald Trump. Jesus. That in and of itself is a perfect...
And not only that, man, I haven't been watching the Hassan and Abi situation at all since my last conversation about this motherfucker. But what at the beginning of the whole my entire streamer situation? But like, you have a lot of bad political takes. Like a lot of bad political takes. I mean, it'd be different if you had some regular political commentary mixed in with some bad political content. But like you literally have a shit ton of bad takes. And you can't be mad when people take your shit takes to heart. Like if you have terrible takes consistently and people not feeling that, then they're probably going to stop listening to you, or you're probably not going to get voted for any kind of major awards if you're going to have shitty takes that nobody can justify that are outside of your fan base. And that's exactly what it is. Like, I wouldn't.
Perfect example of this.
I don't understand this at all. It's crazy. And yeah, what is this? And it's nuts. Of course, obviously, XQC isn't a political creator. How do you even say this? Like, what do you mean? Cutie Cinderella on why problematic streamers weren't nominated. Okay, so here we go.
Somebody said, are problematic people blackballed from getting nominated? No, they've just never nominated. Turns out their audience doesn't show up. I think when people have like a crazy audience or whatever, you know, I don't see Jack Doherty's audience voting for him. I just
because doesn't have one.
I just don't. They just don't show up. I don't know. I wish I could. It is always funny. Audiences will complain every year that they weren't nominated and then like not do nominations on stream or not tweet about it or not like ask their audience to vote for them or nothing. They'll give nothing. They give nothing, you know? It's like you do have to log in with a Twitch account and you have to fill it out, which I know some people's viewers don't have.
She's trying to insinuate that they're view botting.
Right.
I won't say the quiet part out loud.
It's clearly what she's doing.
Somebody said...
she's trying to insinuate they're view botters. So, here's the thing. You're lying.
But I mean, she's not lying.
You know you're lying. Everybody knows you're lying. If you are not lying, I think this is what my assertion is. I think that you have exercised editorial control and you have picked the nominees not completely from fan voting, but from your own opinions and to keep the show brand friendly. I think that the priority for the show is to make sure that the show gets as many viewers as possible and maintains as many sponsors as possible. I think that's what happened. And I am willing to bet $100,000 on it. Invite me next year to watch the voting, and if the people that get voted on actually are the ones that get nominated, I will donate $100,000 to the charity of your choice. That is how certain I am that you're lying. Go ahead.
I think two things could be correct at the same time. A lot of the controversial streamers more than likely are view botting, which means that they more than likely won't have the audience participation that a regular streamer would have. Also, if you're not 100% behind whatever somebody is saying out there, and you can only really associate with one or two of their ideals or their main talking points, and all the rest of them you're just kind of about, you're probably not going to be as keen on making sure that everybody knows how great of a streamer this is, because in a sense they're probably not that great, and you know that. They know that. That's why they botting. And that's why they're probably not going to get too much further with the streaming if they don't continue to bot. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not a topsy-turvy world, but at the same time, it's like you can't expect to not be ostracized by your botting and bad takes when the only people that are agreeing with you are the people that you're paying to agree with you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to get people that are in the voting world of the awards to side with you just by sheer numbers when they know that the numbers on the back end don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it breaks down to a lot of the time. So, I mean, I can see it on both ends. And at the same time, I mean, if you get a mass number of people actually showing up from that audience to give votes and credence to somebody being a decent streamer, then you can't ostracize them because they have actual audience that will transfer over to vote, click a link to actually do something that's beneficial to the streamer itself. So yeah, two things could be right at the same time, at least in this situation.
So we'll see what happens. Surely they would take it up. Surely they would take it up with me, right? Of course. And I think it's so obvious. It's so obvious they're lying. Like, anybody could tell this. Anybody could know this. And, I mean, you'll be watching. They won't do it. Of course, right? And then you'd have the actual nominees. That's my whole point. And so, yeah, it could be a million. So it wouldn't happen. Well, and again, maybe they'll take me up on it. Maybe they'll, Like kind of, oh, never mind, towards the end, right? And, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the way, the charity she chose is my Cash App, or whatever she wants, right? Yeah, yeah, 100K to any charity you want. If you think that if I get to watch the voting happen, if you give me back-end access to the voting and I can watch the number go up, and then you can tell me that the nominations were completely organic, I think it's not true. I think you're lying. I do. Sorry. And it's like, and there's a lot of these, like, for example, like, and here's some of the reasons why I think it's not true. It's that you have somebody like Hassan. Hassan has been nominated every single year for multiple awards, multiple times. And this time, he wasn't even nominated for League of Their Own, which really, Hassan is one of the only people on the platform that does political content. And he was one of the first people besides Destiny that really made it his primary content. And you're telling me that he didn't even get nominated for that? He didn't get nominated for that, like the League of Their Own? There was nothing that he got nominated for at all? Are you going to insinuate that Hassan was viewbotting too? This is your friend. So very clearly, you're not going to do that. So explain the dissonance there. Explain why that didn't happen. And you also have all these other streamers, like, oh, well, we're not going to put people in multiple categories from last year, and now you're doing it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think you're lying. I think you're bullshitting. And that's it. And so why wouldn't they be there? Well, the reason why is that I think they take certain creative liberties, and they take certain basically editorial decisions to remove, suppress, and not include certain people in the voting. I think that's what happens. And I am so certain that I will bet $100,000 on it. That's what I think. It's obvious. It's obvious. Everybody can see it. Oh, and by the way, if I win, I don't have to get anything. I don't want anything. I just want to see that I'm right. I don't need any leverage here. I don't need any, you don't have to do anything for me or anything like that. Nope. I'm just going to show that I'm right. That's it. Rigged like most other award shows? Yes, I guess so. And Monsample, give the 100K to me for no reason instead? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. And you can't tell me Queso isn't in Streamer of the Year? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they voted for him. Maybe they didn't. I have no idea. So much of the voting is by her audiences and adjacent audience. Do you think if your audiences interacted and voted for you? I did, but the majority of chat thinks it's stupid and doesn't care. Well, I mean, what do you think the probability is that I didn't even get voted for MMO streamer? What do you really think the probability for that is? I think it's extremely low after winning it two years, right? And so, like, I mean, really, what's the probability of this? And I think, and also, by the way, I don't care about this. Like, it doesn't matter to me personally. But I'm saying that in a general sense, I think that it is rigged. You're 100% rigging it. And again, next year. If you're not going to rig it, if you think if you're that certain, show me the data. Show me the data, not show me the data after you've accumulated it. Show it to me as it is being aggregated in real time. I want back-end access to the aggregation system and how data is collected in real time. The raw data as it is happening, as it occurs extemporaneously. Give me that. And you're going to find out. Ludwig obviously is going to defend his girlfriend. I get it. Every year I see firsthand how much time, effort, and passion Cutie devotes into the Streamer Awards. Every year she gets shit from every corner of the internet that feels like they deserve more. I know it's not possible to please everyone, but if you're like me, inspired by the work she puts in and thinks it makes streaming a better place, don't be afraid to be more vocal about it. Yeah, of course, people want to be positive, and, I can't fault Ludwig for trying to support his girlfriend. I get that. I understand it. I'd do the same thing if I was him. But I do think that it's not accurate. I think that it's not accurate, and I think that that's not actually what the numbers are. There's this too. Even the nominated communities are crashing out. Oh my fucking god!
My whole team of clippers who had 24 hours to grab the clips did not know what all of Jason's relationships were in the past. Like, I can't, like. I'm sorry.
What's she mad about?
I can't have an expert from every community come and give me the clips, because then you guys would know the nominations. Like, oh my
What's
God,
the problem?
I'm fucking hate threads on fucking Jason's community posts. That's like his Twitter com shitting on me. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's a Twitter community. Who gives a fuck?
God.
Didn't Jason get nominated for Streamer of the Year?
But it's just like, really? Why are you explaining to us rather than talk to Jason? I have talked to Jason! Jason's not the one that's mad! It's you fucking freaks that are mad
then why do you give a fuck?
For him. Jesus Christ. Like, genuinely. Okay.
Yeah.
She's about to crash out just doing nothing.
Thank you, Mac. Oh, it's just so frustrating.
Uh-huh. Videos low quality. It might be a smaller screen.
I picked one of my favorite pics of me with my eyes closed leaning against the wall. I believe that you were all trying to portray us at our best. Thank you. I just love puzzles. God, I'm doing my fucking best over here. And the store didn't even have Cheerios. I'm just so tired.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Damn, slid that shit in on my ass. It got quiet for like a split second, too.
You gotta stop this. Like, you gotta stop this. Like, this is just, it is so unhealthy. It's so bad. Like, you do not need to do this. Like, this is just, come on. What are you doing? Like, it's just a few idiots on the internet. Like, why even give a fuck? It doesn't even matter. Like, so the Twitter community doesn't like you?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Now,
what is this?
we're gonna do our real job, which is play fucking video games for a living.
Yeah.
Because the one I'm getting off the ship for isn't even my fucking job.
Right.
God. So tired. I just want to play Dispatch so bad, and I haven't had any time because I'm working on this stupid fucking award show.
Yep.
I'm so tired of crying. I'm 30, by the way. Oh my God.
Man, what you crying for?
You will never be free until you stop doing this. Like, you gotta stop. You're 30 years old. Like, really, you're a grown-ass woman. You gotta stop doing this. You gotta stop letting a bunch of teenagers in a Twitter community get you rustled.
Right.
Like, that's just what happens. Like, you're gonna have some people that might not agree with what you did. It's not really a big deal.
Thanks for the raid. I'm sorry. It's so embarrassing. It's been a long day.
That's nuts.
And all I wanted was Cheerios. But all I got was paste salsa.
I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say.
I thought would go nice with Cheerios.
Jesus.
And I didn't even get the Cheerios.
I feel bad for calling it out because I can see obviously it bothers her, but I mean, you can't be doing a show like this and be fucking changing the votes and shit. Like, I think that they did it. And as I said, if not, then I'll admit that I'm wrong. And anyway, yeah, I do think it's rigged. I do. I think it's rigged. I think it's rigged. And let me see if I pull up some more of these here, too. Fans are disappointed. Q Syndrome, we have a blackball Cutham from the Streamer Awards. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I feel like there's a you gotta have. I mean, you had to at least get a nomination for something like this, like biggest collab of the year, right? I mean, damn. They had to do something.
No one is telling me.
Yeah. What'd he do?
To see if there was anybody we should check in on.
Hey.
Nobody.
Hey.
Okay, that's
you look
totally
pretty.
fine.
Hey.
Then we're going to go ahead and move to our next.
Oh God. Band? Oh shit!
Damn, cuff him.
Oh no!
No one is telling
Jason
me.
banned him? I know. Oh man, he got banned right off that shit, huh?
To see if there was anybody we should check in on.
Wow.
Hey.
Nobody.
And you look pretty.
That's
You look
so
pretty.
fun.
Hey.
You look pretty.
Then we're going to go ahead and move to our next.
Killed his ass.
+1 incel. Our power is growing. Yep, there you go. His face. Oh my fucking God, bro. Wow, so funny. That is funny as fuck, man. No, bro. Did you just say what I think you said?
Why is this old lady?
God, oh Oh my God, you can't say that. You can't say that. She's like 30. She's not that old. Come on, man. Like, oh, what are you probably reading chat.
Getting some out of all these little Zoomers. You know? What's she doing? Like, shouldn't she just, like, I feel like she needs to just relax.
Just for shit.
Let the Zoomers do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
30 for gamers is retirement age. You're right. True. So true.
Go play some bingo.
Go play some bingo. They telling her to go play bingo. She's 30 years old.
Right.
The thing is, what's crazy is I think me and Quinn are older than... I know I am. I'm pretty sure Quinn's older than 30. He got to be like 33, 34, something like that. So we even older than she is talking shit. Yeah, we old as fuck. He 33? Yeah, something like that, right? And 30 for women is retirement age? I didn't say it. You did. I didn't say that shit.
Yeah, man, you can't be age shaming motherfuckers when you out here the same age as them, if not older. That shit weird as fuck. Man, I think people could do this for whatever age they want to be.
See a clip of some drama where it got a kick or steak logo on that motherfucker. Do your research.
I will now be suing every clip that is posted about me that is with a steak logo that is out of context to try to get hate on a situation that is not even happening. And then I see all these idiots in the comments, oh, Lacey this, Lacey that. How could Lacey do this? It's not real, bro.
Oh, no, the worst thing I hate is you go on TikTok and it's a false ass caption that just did not happen, and everybody believes that.
Yes. We've all fallen victim to it. Have you ever been scrolling on your timeline, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter? You see your favorite content creator, favorite streamer. You see an outrageous caption with some sort of gambling logo on it. And then when you watch the clip, it has nothing to do with what was being said. Like the clip will say something like Duke Dennis talks about the AMP members and says that he's leaving AMP. But then when you watch the video, the caption and the video itself don't sync up. Right now, I think I just uncovered the biggest problem with the streaming community and the thing that's actually going to cause the streaming bubble to burst. Clipping culture has become this necessary evil in the clip community. It's something that has birthed a lot of people's careers, but it's also something that is overinflated egos, made people think that they are more relevant than they are. It's honestly divided a bunch of different communities, and it's also creating these fake and false narratives about people that are ultimately painting them in bad lights. In 2025, it is no secret that clipping is an essential part of the content creation journey, especially for those streamers. Think about it. With all the marathon streamers that are going on, with all the different streamers popping up on a daily basis, there's absolutely no way to keep up with the content that is being pushed out, especially with the volume, unless you are consuming clips. Thus, this very robust ecosystem of clip culture was birthed. Clipping is essentially where you take short moments, viral moments from somebody's stream, cut them up, place them on different social media platforms for other people to consume. And by way of doing this, you make a lot of money as somebody who is sitting behind the keyboards clipping up other streamers.
A lot of these make, like, it's a that clip my and on a car, pays bills, everything off TikTok.
You know, we've had the craziest month ever, chat. You know what's crazy? We owe the Clippers 750K, I think. It's like 2+ billion views. I've never done that in my life, ever.
Too
Craziest
insane.
month we've ever had.
Oh my God. Guess how much I owe my Clippers for this month? You will not believe it. They're owed 950K for 1 month.
What are we talking about?
Oh, that's a lie. You're lying. You just lied to my face.
What are we talking about?
Who pays that?
It's safe to say that the industry has gotten so big. It's to the point now where the Clippers themselves are starting to reap so many benefits that they're making more money than the streamers that they're actually clipping. In fact, I've seen more articles and more publicity about the Clippers themselves as individual entities as I've seen about the streamers that they actually clip up.
Anthony Fujiwara is turning short video clips into serious money. Cecilia De Anastasio reports that his LA startup Clipping runs a huge network of contract editors who cut YouTube videos into viral moments for stars on TikTok and Instagram. Fujiwara first started editing when he was just 16, a high school kid in LA pushed by his parents to start earning money his own way. Now the company pays creators up to $1,500 per million views and charges clients thousands a month. Altogether, it's already pulled in about $7.7 million this year. And the client list is massive, from Mr. Beast to top record labels and big podcasters. Clipping is a reminder that going viral isn't always luck. Sometimes it's engineered.
That last part she said is gonna come in handy later. But I'm pretty sure you've also seen those
But that's
videos.
real, though.
Some guy with a Lamborghini, some guy with a Ferrari, somebody with some sort of luxury car telling you that all you need to make your money is 5 minutes, your phone, and CapCut every single morning. But there's a problem with this sort of methodology when it comes to becoming famous. Now, for the most part, creators are extremely happy with the concept of people clipping up their content. Ultimately, it gets them more views, and a lot of people even think that their career is owed 100,000% to these clipping firms, these clipping pages, and these clipping agencies getting their face more and more visible out there.
Like to shout out are the Clippers. Oh. The Clippers are the reason why everyone's blowing up. The Clippers are the reason we all have followers. If we did not have clips of anything, most likely we wouldn't have
Be as big like this.
Be here. So shout out to all the Clippers.
I feel like if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd probably be doing something like that because like I want to stay like tapped into the internet. I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
teach my little brother how to
Wow.
that'd be sick.
And he's fuck, man. Dude's gonna make hella money.
Yeah, but I mean they're doing a great job.
I get clipped every day. It's people that's making $20,000, $30,000 a month clipping me.
But I don't think a lot of content creators really understood the gravity that these clippers hold. See, these people started propping up these streamers based on the backs of their clips, meaning that they could paint narratives, sway people's mindsets behind them, and ultimately really create the culture, thoughts, opinions, and feelings about a certain streamer solely based off of the clips that they make. And when you incentivize going viral, it creates this system where people are just trying to go viral by any means necessary, even if that means they're being very disingenuous about things.
Oh! So if you haven't been paying attention, one of these kick pages put out this bogus story about I'm Dante trying to say that he grew a right, and the story is completely false. This page didn't even do a good job. This is like you could tell from a mile away this is fake. This girl has nothing to do with Dante. She was actually talking about 9 Vicious. Why would you even put this tweet out? And the crazy thing is, he's gonna keep it up. These kick pages are cancerous, bro.
Shout out to Nizzy for the commentary there. And let me introduce to you the page KickChamp. KickChamp is a page that is, for what we believe to be, funded by and backed by the platform Kick. Now that stuff is alleged, but you know, we're just saying alleged to protect ourselves here. But all in all, KickChamp is a Twitter page with 150,000 followers to its name. And the way that it's been able to push culture over the past couple of years is quite impressive. Not impressive in a good way, but impressive in a bad way. See, KickChamp has ultimately admitted that they make a lot of money on the platform.
What's like a good month of X? Like, well, how much you made in your best month?
The most I made was like 20K.
Yeah, GG's. Ain't like we. Oh, wait,
bands a
Aiden, we're done, bro.
But you see, the thing about these platforms like KickChamps or DGen Clips or whoever they are, they know that hate fuels the fire and ultimately gets more traction than the positive. So they'll go out there and intentionally and purposefully drop misleading clips, misleading hate, all these different things in order to make sure that their clip goes viral over anybody else's clip so that they can ultimately get paid. Hell, when KickChamp was on Aiden Ross's stream with Cuffham doing that interview, he intentionally said, hey, I make hate clips about Kai Cenat just because I can. He literally said the only reason why he does these mean and hateful things is because Kai Cenat is racist and only lets black people in AMP.
I post a lot of positivity.
No, you don't, bro. No, you don't.
I only post Kai hate because Kai is like, he's racist.
What?
How is Kai racist?
Yeah, where do you get that from, bro?
Because he only accepts black people into AMP. He denied you because you're white.
Nigga.
What? That's the reason why you hate Kai? Because I'm not an AMP?
No, it's just like, it's multiple things. He's just...
That's so parasocial. There's a couple of things wrong with this. One, he is just flat out and just straight up wrong, right? Kai Cenat, a non-foundational member of AMP, only letting black people in AMP. It's just a silly notion. Especially because, too, at the beginning of AMP's inception, when the planning was going in to the group being founded and started, Aiden Ross was one of the first calls. I know that that's some deep lore, but Aiden Ross was a first call on that list to join the group. But KickChamp revealed something that we knew to be true. They put out misleading text. They put out misleading quotes. They put out misleading videos and captions and everything in order to get people to believe this hate narrative. Even if there are these community notes that Twitter puts out on the page, the damage is honestly already done. I want to show you an example. This is DGen Clips, a copycat clone of KickChamps, and is one of these streamer pages that honestly spreads negativity, hatred, and misguided clips throughout the community to create further division, etc., etc. Now, look at the caption that's placed in the video. J5ix9ine had to get a second job because streaming wasn't working out, and he needed to do that in order to get his first house. Now, you would think that this caption is associated with this clip, so J5ix9ine is going to talk about his second job, but listen to the exact words that J5ix9ine says in the clip.
Real shit though, on a serious note though, chat, we did just get approved for a new house, man. We just got approved for a new house. You know what I'm saying? Finally, after fucking looking for so long, we finally got approved for a new crib, man. I will be getting out this fucking hellhole, nigga.
Now you're probably asking yourself, when did he talk about needing a second job? When did he say streaming wasn't working? He didn't. But there's two types of people who consume this content, and some of them are just caption readers. So now they're running around with the narrative that J5ix9ine is falling off, streaming isn't working, etc., etc. And now they'll run with it. Meanwhile, this person racks up a bunch of different views. And this cycle has happened again and again and again and again on these Twitter pages, TikTok pages, Instagram pages, or whatever the case may be, because of a few reasons. One, these content creators know that they need these clippers in order to push their name, their brands, and their narrative. Two, these clippers know that they can make a lot more money being disingenuous and, you know, spreading hatred and negativity as opposed to telling the truth and being, you know, genuine about what's going on. And three, there's this new gimmick and this new collusion that's going on where these clippers are teaming up with these gambling sites in order to put their stake advertisements, their rain bet advertisements, their whatever advertisements all over the place. And in order to get a good ROI, they're then putting those negative captions on these videos and everything's being boosted and inflated.
I'll see stake logos above my head. I don't know if you know this, when there's a stake logo or a rain bet logo above your head, they get paid per impression or per 1,000 viewers or per 10,000 viewers. Yo, if you get 1 million views on this TikTok and you have a stake logo, we'll give you $500. That's basically how it works. Not true? I mean, it's something along those lines.
Now you're probably asking yourself, Omar, isn't this a violation? Well, yeah. That's why earlier in the video, Lacey was saying that he was looking to sue and take some sort of legal action against these clippers because they're basically using their likeness in order to boost said clip, which promotes this betting app to get people more addicted and hooked to betting, because it looks like Lacey is endorsing it, Ron is endorsing it, Kai is endorsing it, whatever streamer out there is endorsing it. You see the nastiness? You see what's going on here? But it goes even further than that. If you remember when Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross aired their grievances out on the TL, one of the things that Kai Cenat mentioned is how the communities surrounding both of them are very toxic and very nasty, and they're, you know, going back and forth with each other, fueling these narratives, making the streamers believe, hey, there's something going on, and I don't necessarily like that.
I told him this before anything, so I told Aiden, I said, bro, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. The reason why I've been distancing myself, bro, was because this is what happened on the phone at 4 a.m. and I should have told you, but like in my mental state, I wasn't in that mode to be ready to be on stream and like just ready to think. And I told him, I said, bro, let's be real. Anybody who's been in this community since 2021, since the comparison's been starting, let's be real, Aiden, your community don't fuck with me. And that's the truth, gang.
Now, there are a plethora of reasons as to how Aiden's community, Kai's community, whoever's community gets to the place that they are. But one of the big reasons is because these clippers and this clip culture has fueled negativity and hate. And it doesn't make it any better when allegedly streamers are paying these negative, nasty clip pages to put out this harmful rhetoric. That leaked screenshot of Aiden Ross saying that he would pay KickChamp, the same KickChamp that came on and said, hey, I put out these nasty racist things towards Kai Cenat. It's really disheartening. Now, I will say this, Aiden Ross has seemingly cleaned this up, said that he did talk to Kai Cenat about this and said that everything was squashed.
Talk about the leaked messages. I'm not gonna lie, Kai hit me. Kai hit me about that. He was upset. Like, Kai, I literally told Kai straight, I was like, bro, if you really think I would pay KickChamp money to put out shit on you, you're out of your mind. It was about the reveal shit. He didn't hit me back, but I just want to clear that up for people that really think that I would pay money to KickChamp to spread weird shit. When KickChamp blocked me, and he was posting shit about me, and I had to pay to get it taken down. And KickChamp, I told you, I dropped my lawsuit with you. I'm not suing you no more.
But even in that explanation that Aiden Ross gave, he opens up an interesting conversation. Is it really worth it to have these clip pages? And do these clip pages have these streamers by the balls?
Clipping thing's crazy too. Yeah. They're paying all the clippers now. Yeah, they are. So you don't have to pay your clippers anymore. You're still gonna pay them. Why? I don't know.
I saw you owe like 200K this month.
Yeah, I mean, why are you washing my pockets, bro?
I seen it, Starlet. They posted.
I do.
So that's crazy, bro.
It's alright, bro. It's worth it.
Neon, I don't even think that you believe that. As an outsider looking in, I understand that clipping is necessary when it comes to creating content. But that doesn't mean that these people aren't taking advantage of these streamers. You have to remain in these clippers' good graces and pay their wages, or else you'll be subjected to bad clips being put out about you. You could be the next targeted person. You could have the next hit piece. You could have the next lie be told about you just because you didn't go to the right platform, you're not hanging out with the right crowd of guys, or hell, you're just the most viral thing right now, and it's cool to put out nasty clips about you and what you do and the content that you create and who you are as a person. A lie travels 2 times as fast as the truth does, so they don't really care about you. They just care about the money that they're making, and some of these creators are paying a lot of money. But ultimately, what's the end goal for all this? After hearing how much Neon spent on streaming in a singular month, Ron posed a great question about the outcomes and the overall end goal as to what paying all these clippers can do for you.
See, that's the problem though. The biggest problem is motherfuckers are taking streaming and turning it into something that it's not. If you want to do that, go do that somewhere else. I'm going to be honest with you. It's agree and I disagree. I think the problem with streaming right now is everyone's trying to do too many clips to the point where streaming isn't becoming streaming. The whole point of streaming to me is engaging with my community. You're like, people are worried about companies seeing you making like whatever it is, and I get it. It's all a business at the end of the day. Right. But at the same time, it ruins the fundamental of why you want to become a streamer.
And Ron has some valid points there. Are you building an actual audience if the only way that you're known for it is the clips? Do people know you? Do people continuously watch you? Do they, I don't know, watch your YouTube videos of these clips, the longer form version? Do they actually come and tune into the streams? Are you able to then put out merch? Are you able to, have lines at TwitchCon of people that are endorsing you? Or are you just another highlight reel on my doom scroll while I have my 30-minute lunch break from Walmart? The only thing they know about you is the fake comment that's being put at the top of the Twitter caption or on the Instagram reel. Now, Neon did have some interesting rebuttals to what Ron was saying in the conversation about why these streamers spend so much money on clipping.
This is why I don't think that's true. Because companies, right? Companies, are they watching streams? Are they going on Twitch looking at streams, twitch.tv/neon, Twitch, whatever? No. They're seeing the clips. They're scrolling. The executives, they're scrolling. They see the shit come up on their phones. Collabs. You hit up someone. They're not, fucking Kevin Durant's not watching a Twitch stream, right? He's seeing clips. He's like, oh, this dude's funny as fuck. Let me bring him on. Or let me do some shit with him. The clipping industry is bigger than ever, and the Clippers need to get more respect for making careers. The Clippers made my career, right? They made my fucking career, bro. No one sits down. The idea of sitting down watching streams is starting to die out, and it's more about scrolling. They want to see quick shit. Their minds are fucked. The world is so cooked. I'm the same way. Motherfuckers are scrolling every second, right?
Now, Neon does make some valid points there. Kevin Durant isn't watching an entire stream, but I do have to give Neon some pushback. And this isn't any hate directed towards any of these streamers, but I'm going to say what a lot of people aren't saying. A lot of streamers' careers are propped up by these clippers, and without any sort of clipping ecosystem, they would crumble, they would collapse, they would fall. They don't have any true or real fan base. Meaning, if these streamers don't then pour exorbitant amounts of money into this environment, into these clippers, then they won't be successful. That one clip that talked about the article surrounding the clipping culture with the Anthony guy that I showed earlier in the video, when she said that social media isn't necessarily luck, but it's engineered, that's what a lot of content creators are ultimately seeing in 2025, is an engineering and manufacturing of their success and their fame. And once you start to take swipes and bites and looks at these apples hard enough, you'll realize there's some truth to that. The botting scandal from earlier this year, when people switch platforms, they lose massive amounts of viewership. And then when you see people not running certain clip campaigns or being next to certain people, their views plummet. At some point, you would think that these content creators would become big enough to where their own audience would then clip them, or people who are just generous enough knowing that they can make enough money from their face value and their cachet and all that stuff would clip them without needing to be funded by these streamers themselves. But with an entire manufactured career, it just isn't going to happen. And again, this may come off as shade, but I don't mean anything towards it. You can tell when somebody's career is manufactured. You would think that someone like a Neon, who has almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube, is one of the biggest streamers in the world, would have, more YouTube video views, or I don't know, people like busting down his door to meet him when he goes to a convention. Some of these things just don't add up to me, and it all screams manufacturing. Now, manufacture a career if you want to, but ultimately, I do think that this clipping culture that we established in the streaming game is detrimental for a plethora of reasons, and I honestly don't think it's sustainable. That chase for virality is something I've seen before, time and time again on the internet. And ultimately what happens to people that don't build communities, real fan bases by building like good content, reaching out to them, being personable, etc., is that ultimately they die. Not literally, they don't die for real, but they end up not being relevant after they can't fund this endeavor anymore. Somebody comes popular and knocks them off. I've seen it happen in radio. I've seen it happen in television. It's gonna happen in streaming. The next time you see some of these favorite content creators, they're either gonna be doing one of two things: an OF page, or they're gonna be on TikTok live begging for galaxies.
Not begging for galaxies. But he ain't lying, though. And that's exactly why I need to start clipping. But I appreciate everybody that comes here already on a day-to-day basis without having to have a clip to send them this way. I appreciate y'all, because without y'all, there would be no word of mouth to get me around and up out of here. And though I do have regulars, it's always great to have more. Got new folks like Uger and stuff like that. Mod life lessons. He ain't coming in as much as usual, but he's still watching the VODs. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? He got shit going on in his life. He's starting to stream again.
I'm like a traditional kind of woman.
Uh-oh. Damn. There's like...
Before we get started, I'm resurfacing this video because it's one of the best live stream moments that I've ever had. It occurred about a year or so ago, and trust me, watch to the end. The payoff is immeasurable. And it's actually of my old studio, so new folks that are watching the channel, you'll see that. We started from the bottom, now we're here, right? But essentially, the video itself, it's of a young woman who tried to holler at me in the middle of a live stream, right? I used to have call-ins, and yeah, she shot a shot at your boy. And then after she left, I found, let's call it salacious material on her Instagram that she forgot to remove. Then she called back trying to explain it all. You have to watch the whole thing. And also understand this, is that full access to all of my old live streams has been granted to members of this channel. So if you're interested, click the join link. It'll be right underneath the video, because I made all 40 plus 4-hour live stream videos. It's over 100 videos in total. Hundreds of hours of entertainment for channel members. So anyway, enough of me yapping. Go enjoy the video.
Hi there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing exceptionally well. Do you consider yourself an MTR?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I remember
All
this.
right,
I remember this, man. I ain't even gonna watch this one. I've seen this one before. I'm cool. Sorry, MTR, man. We're gonna watch that video in another time, man. Probably on a one of the private lives that I do on Kick. But we're gonna run this next video up.
The relationship between Ayesha Curry and Steph Curry is definitely polarizing, but it wasn't always like that. At first, Ayesha Curry was the kind of pick-me wife, staying at home, never wearing revealing clothes, and doing whatever she could to show Steph some respect. But ultimately, that did change. And it changed dramatically. We started to see Ayesha Curry go from being a big-time supporter of Steph to resenting him in real time. And statements like this were red flags.
Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, it sounds weird, but like male attention.
So here you have a woman complaining that she doesn't get attention from other men, but she wants it. And then Kevin Samuels had to get on her.
She married a guy that she thinks she's better than. And honestly, she's jealous of him. She's jealous because I'm sitting at home pumped out 3 kids, and he's on TV every day. He's getting all the fame. He's getting all the red carpet treatment. He's getting all this. And only time she gets attention is attention that he deflects to her. We wouldn't know about Ayesha Curry if it wasn't for Steph. He tries to put her in the spotlight. He tries to put her front and center. And guess what? If she had what it takes, she'd already be there. And that's what's not being told.
Woo!
Talk to him.
Kevin always had the gift of
Shout out
bringing things
O'Shea.
out to the open that some of us wouldn't have thought about. And he says it very clearly. If she was really that chick, she would already be on, but she's not. And you're upset that you're not on. And then even now, as you've seen in the past with some of her interviews, she's talking about how she regrets being, you know, a wife, a mother. She had other things that she wanted to do. And, well,
it's healthy. It's healthy to, in front of a bunch of strangers in a public setting, to talk about how your husband just kind of doesn't get it and how it's much harder for you to not have been able to pursue your dreams that were literally only that, dreams. Like there was nothing in your reality that looked like you were about to be in the trajectory of becoming a C-suite executive.
Woo! Yeah, again, this is the problem with Ayesha Curry. She's acting as if she was going to be like this big time celebrity if she had not met Steph Curry. That's the issue. But hindsight is 2020, so it's easy to say that you would have done X, Y, and Z simply because you are rich. But really, if I wouldn't have went to Grant High School, I would have became the #1 point guard in the city of Sacramento.
Stop the cap.
But again, these things with Ayesha Curry kept coming about, and almost, you know, it seems like almost every few months she goes on to some podcast and she's really disrespecting Steph Curry.
She's gung-ho about
to
this
Steph
shit.
Curry's point, he's nothing like Ayesha Curry. He's very respectful. He never talks about her in a, you know, devastating way or in a pejorative way, despite the fact that she does this. And this is what has caused so many women to question her.
But at this point, you're embarrassing him because it's like every interview you want to let it be known you're not happy. Then let somebody else marry him. Let somebody else live the lavish lifestyle. Let somebody else make him happy. What you thought was gonna happen marrying a basketball player? You thought he was gonna be home every single day? No, bro. That's what comes with the game. I would be meal prepping for that man, doing everything he got to do. You on interviews talking about how, in other words, you're miserable. You act like you want to go cheat.
Now, this lady is interesting because she's saying something that a lot of ladies think. Why don't you just leave the guy, let somebody else marry him, and take care of him? I mean, that's just what you should do, because every time you're talking about this guy, you are insinuating the worst. And it also seems like you're a lady who wants to cheat. Now, again, guys, people have been speculating this for a long time on the internet. Like Ayesha Curry is, you know, showing her body off. She's losing all this weight. She's hanging out by herself in Toronto. Like, clearly this lady feels that she's lost out. So she wants to experience certain things. And I believe that because she has a husband like Steph Curry, let's say, for example, that she was to cheat, she's probably betting on the fact that, okay, well, he's not going to leave me if I do cheat. It doesn't matter. Woo! But again, the signs are there. If a woman is talking about this sort of stuff kind of out in the open, and especially if you are a high value man, you are a man that makes a lot of money. And again, Kevin Samuels was saying the same thing deeper into that video. She doesn't respect the position that Steph Curry has. While we are so enamored by the fact that he's the greatest shooter of this generation, you know, he's an excellent basketball player, she doesn't look at him in the same vein, and that's the issue. But he looks at her as if she's the best thing since white rice. And so now these rumors have continued.
I want to know how true this shit is, man. Come on now. Doing all this dodging, primping, and
Continue to, kind of fester about, both of them, her willingness to stay in the marriage, speculating when the marriage is going to end because most people think it will end soon, and all of that. But nobody ever had any confirmation of infidelity happening until...
Who is the biggest name girl you've ever fucked?
If I lied, do I get sued for defamation?
Who's the most famous girl you ever fucked?
Yes, Ayesha Curry.
Wow.
So Tekashi 6ix9ine goes to Neo's stream and Neo asks him, who is the biggest star that you've ever clapped cheeks with? And he says, well, am I going to get sued? And, he then goes out to say it's Ayesha Curry. Now, I don't know if this is true, and it may not be true, but here is what I know. And this is for sure. That Tekashi 6ix9ine, on almost every female that he has dealt with, has some level of receipts that he can prove to say that he did this. And he typically shows somebody like DJ Academics. He typically shows, people in the industry, or he could be trolling. But let's say that he's not trolling and this rumor gets out there, people believe it. Well, then why would they believe this sort of rumor? They would believe this sort of rumor because simply of how she behaves. It's believable. And so this is what I kind of want to tell to women out there, that you are in a relationship with a guy and you can be faithful to the guy. But if you're the person that has an attitude like Ayesha Curry has, and it's bad and it's terrible, and you're humiliating your man in the public, it is so easy for somebody to go out and say, you know what? You as a lady are exhibiting all these qualities. So yes, it's true. You are doing this to Steph. Now you can come out and get in front of it and say it's not true, but people would like to believe this because typically Tekashi 6ix9ine, from what I know, doesn't really lie on himself, but you've put it out there by how you acted. And so now everybody can go and say, oh, she's cheating on her husband, and he can get mad about it and yo, my wife isn't cheating on me. Stop the show, although he wouldn't know. Woo! But if you didn't want people to even believe that, then why do you act the way you do? All that you had to do was act like a lady and be respectful to your husband and to not drag or dog him. And then if somebody were to say this, you slept with Steph Curry's wife, hey, we would easily be able to shoot that down. What? No, there's no way that she did that he's lying. And let me tell you this, he wouldn't even try it either because people just wouldn't believe him and he know it wouldn't be true. And let's say, for example, it was true, he'd had to show undeniable evidence. Right. Now, in this case, we're most likely not going to get undeniable evidence and he could get sued if it's false. But the reality is that she's been acting like this the whole entire time. And so people are going to have a right to go and run with this particular story, although I can't verify the validity of it. Now, if it is true, this is where it's going to be crazy. You see, people tend to like opposites of what they already have. Let's look at Ayesha Curry, for example. If this were true, fundamentally, it would prove something, that she wants the provider guy who is Steph Curry. He's safe. He's an NBA All-Star. He's a man that's a Christian, all of this stuff. A man that checks all the boxes, pays the bills, but a man that you may not find exciting, a man that you feel is holding you back. He's giving you a good soft life, but obviously there's something that you could do in the streets. So you're missing that part of the streets. Okay. Now, if that woman goes out and gets a dude that's completely different from the man that you are, if she's having a sex relationship with him, then it makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense why she would mess with a guy like Tekashi 6ix9ine, because Tekashi 6ix9ine is all about vibes. He's completely different than Steph. He probably is exciting to her. And yes, that's what she needed to, get her, what wet and all of that stuff.
Got him! Right, she's got to rock
and
that hot pocket.
The rumor is out there. And again, it could be fake. But when you're Ayesha Curry and you've been making all of these problems for yourself and for your husband, then yeah, I mean, people are likely gonna believe it, and the reason why they're going to believe it, it's your fault.
Woo!
So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shitty Jackson back at it again. Another episode of Celebrity Junk. Push it for you. This her about?
Man, I thought this was about to be some irrefutable evidence, man. Man, I didn't even say shit, bro. I thought this shit was real. I thought they was gonna come out with it
Once again, everybody,
and tell some truth behind some shit.
O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with
Ain't
another
did shit.
episode of the Celebrity Junk. Earlier last year, there was this particular ex-stripper by the name of Gorgeous Doll, and she's a, down bad BBL queen. She be clapping it up. And she basically was exposing Future for, being all in her, DMs, and they had a little tumultuous relationship. I mean, the whole situation was just, like I said, down bad, right? And, she was going viral everywhere at all times. Now, Future has at least 12 kids, okay? And now this lady is back with more receipts.
This message is for Nabadius Demon Wilburn. Okay, listen to me. I've had 3 different baby mamas hit me up over the last 3 months. I don't know what you did to these, but they're hitting me up and they're asking me for your addresses. They're asking me because they've hired private investigators. I think they're grouping up. I think they're teaming up. I think these are really about to come for you. And at the end of the day, like, I don't hate you, but I hate you. But I'm gonna give you a warning.
I don't hate you, but I hate you.
I've had 3 different bitches. I think 2 are in Miami, 1 is in Arizona. They're all hitting me up because they're saying that you're not taking care of your kids. And I've counted. I did the math. It's 18 now, okay? So here's the thing, right? Tell them you better give them what they want because they're starting to send me videos. They're starting to send me, like, screenshots of And for me, like, not on the surface, but, like, deep down in my heart, it's starting to irritate me because they're dated. They're dated. And them dates start lining up and so I just want to let you know for your no, that sounds like a threat. Hold on. For your best interest, I think that you should hit up your recent baby mamas and pay them whatever you want because now they are messaging me. They're sending me all types. And it's like, I've been living my life, building active dolls, my little business or whatever, doing without you because you're literally the bottom of the barrel now in my head. And I really want you to get your responsibilities in order because these said to me so much and I don't want to go toe to toe with you every year, every 6 months. I really don't. Like, I really just thought that I was going to do my little story time, fall back off the chill. But at this point, I'm being harassed by your unknown baby mamas. And listen, I looked at the kids. Them yours. I looked at the kids. Like, I know.
And it gets worse.
Now, wait. You're trying to find where they're hiding money. Okay? Let me tell you. Listen. You're looking to find where the hides his money. Most of these multimillionaire men, they're hiding their money through family members, okay? Which is another type of tax evasion. Yeah, it is. So you got to find you a lawyer who has a PI who's willing to go find out that information for you. Once they get that information, okay, 10 million is going to this person, 20 million is going to this person. It's really money laundering as well. Okay, so you get your lawyer to get all this information about their income and where their money is going. Okay, then you request a meeting with said baby daddy's lawyer. You have your lawyer tell them what y'all found. Tell them that you found that he was hiding money through this family member, that family member, this family member, this business, this, that. Then ask, would you rather pay her the $20,000-$30,000 she won a month, or do you want us to submit this in federal court? And you possibly
so you're going to admit to blackmailing. Okay.
9 times out of 10, they don't want that charge. They don't want that case. They're going to pay you.
So all of these women, and if you go to her TikTok, she has some of these screenshots of what's going on here, of these baby mamas talking about her. Now, Future has responded to this. He says, I live a private life, anything else clickbait. Album about to be fire, trust me. I don't know where this fake X energy come from, Delulu and messy. So this is what I want to say. if it's Delulu and messy, bruh, why do you mess with these type of chicks? Okay, and I'm gonna have a conversation with you black men today, because the clapping is gonna have to stop, brothers. I hate to say this, but the clapping is going to have to stop. Now, I am all for Clapathon Technical University. I know some of you young guys out there, you gotta get it off. You know, you got needs. You gotta go ahead and clap them up. I get that. Clapping is necessary. We gotta get those claps off. But damn it, I will be sitting here lying to your ass if I am Future and I have the kind of money that I have, and I'm going to be with Gorgeous Doll, no condimented up, shooting all in here with somebody like that. What was the reason why I needed to get rich in the first place? Here's what I have found out. I have made some dollars in my life. I won't tell you how much because you might get mad, but I did my thing. Okay. Well, know what I have found out? I have messed at times with the same quality of women that I could have been dealing with when I was broke. That's the hard thing that you got to understand. Most people can't understand that. You are dealing with the same type of chicks that you didn't have to become deal with. You might well stay your ass right there at McDonald's. What was the point? The only situation is now it's easier to get them because you had to work your ass off to get to where you at. They didn't have to do nothing. All they had to do was get some weaves, some sandals, be lucky, be willing to open their mouth or legs, whatever you want to do first, and clap it up. Now, what you do is you reward that by giving them all your money, which is what I have done sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. And then they bring all of this drama into your life, and then so you keep clapping it up with no condom, and this is what some of you guys do. We're gonna talk about it because y'all go ahead on and introduce them to the no condom community college, and you never like anything with a condom just make you start sneezing, you allergic to it, so you just start sneezing it up. So you go over here and you no condom up, and then of course you're rolling your eyes back, and then you go ahead on and release it up, right, all that, and then the girl end up pregnant. Then you're doing this with chicks who can barely, I'm not trying to say that women can't read. Obviously they can read. Just the ones that you messing with can't read, okay? So then you get them pregnant, booty clapping all the way up. What happens after you do your booty clapping? Huh? Can you tell me what happens? I'll tell you exactly what happens. They get pregnant. Then there you are, not answering the phone. Some of y'all, not all of y'all, right? Then what do? They get a little dusty coalition. So this little Voltron forms of all these down bad booty clappers that all come together against your ass, okay? Then your baby mama, and then they friends, and then you start making fun of them as if they're all 304s. Yes, they are 304s, but they're 304s because that's what you like, because you ain't no good your damn self, right? And so all you are is a booty clapper, a magnet, okay? Some booty clapping is okay, but when they don't, like if they're dangerous, like then you want to go out there and act like it's their fault. It's not their fault. It's your fault because you clapped them up. Nobody told you to go clap her up. You was in the club, you saw her there, and they want to give it to you. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you dudes that
all these dudes in Clapathon Tech, huh? Clapathon Tech, huh? Like,
listen,
man,
some of y'all are gonna be getting catfished by AI Instagram pages, and it's all on and popping. You too thirsty. It's not that much booty in the world that can make me act like that. Some of y'all just need to stop all this clapping. It's not for you, bro. It's just not. You've been trying to get in with the clapping. It doesn't work. Why are you doing it? Just stop. Just stop. You should stop, and hopefully stop right now before it's too late. You've been doing too much in these streets, okay? And then you get all these people bringing you problems. Again, man, some of these women should have to work to be in your life. They should just not get there because they look good. You know, it's okay for somebody to have a fat booty, but in a nice body. But if they're problematic, why are you even sleeping with them? You know, let me tell you a story. There was this one chick. When I tell you that she was like super bad, and she was booty out of this world. My homeboy, I won't call his name, but he from South Carolina, which is one of the most down bad states you can be from. He knew who she was, right? He was like, man, you're not gonna call her? And I just happened to be like where she was at, like around in her city. I was like, hell no, I'm about to call her. He was like, man, that's crazy. Every dude would want to call her. I said, yeah, because y'all are dumb. That's why. Like, I don't feel like having no problems. I was right there in her city, didn't call her. I was so happy. I was just, you know, and she saw my I don't know if it was on WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever at the time. I know you're in my city. Huh? No, I'm not. I was lying like a mother. Of course I was there. I was there. Then she was like, I want to come back to where you at. Huh? No, because you do want to know why you can't come back? Because all of the shit that you start, like, you are so problematic. I can't deal with you. That's why you can't come back. Okay? You can't come back to where I'm at. And largely you can't come back because you're dusty. And that's what Future don't understand. He got all this money and you still making rookie ass mistakes, dealing with 304s that are problematic. When all you can do is just, you know what? I hate to promote this, but whatever happened to self-lineage? Do you know what that is? Self-lineage is when you just line your own self up. The old one too. Palmelina. Go ahead and lotion yourself all the way up. Just lotion yourself up. Lotion yourself up and roll your own eyes back. Get you the next local towel, napkins. Think about something or look at something that you really, would help you get yourself together. Right. Line yourself all the way up and then you're done. And you ain't never got to worry.
I'm cool. You ain't got to watch no more of that. O'Shea do be going on a deep tangent sometimes about something that ain't got nothing to do with none.
This guy and I said, I want flowers weekly in a relationship. That's just the standard. And he was like, flowers weekly? That's just insane. That's nuts. No way. I said, no way to you. I simply said, what you're not willing to do, the next man will. Who gets mad? He gets mad. Then I asked him, why do you think that's so crazy? And he was like, it takes away from the value of getting surprise flowers, every once in a while. If you get them weekly, you won't appreciate them anymore. What the hell? Who that gets flowers weekly would stop appreciating them? Maybe if someone's ungrateful out there, maybe you. But I feel like weekly flowers, knowing you thought about me Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you pick them up, I'm like, I love you. Thank you. Do more men think that? They think that the more they get a woman flowers, the less they mean something? What? Back to him getting upset, I was like, yeah, another man will be willing to do it. And he was like, wait, what? Like, why would you say that? Because it's true. Even one thing that a man hates about me, the next one's gonna love. One thing that a man's not willing to do, the next one will do, like, without me asking. It's so, like, frustrating. First of all, I don't even like to argue with men because it's like, good, get out of my face. But having to make a man understand the mind of a woman is just, I just feel like they either have it or they don't. Like the understanding. Because that was an insane conversation. If I tell you I want flowers every week, you better be at Trader Joe's every damn week. I'm not even asking you to make me a bouquet, although that would be nice. Love that. Just some flowers. You don't have $15, $20 to spare every week?
Listen.
You almost got me. You almost got me. See? They do this when I'm not paying attention. And they try to get you.
Stop negotiating with these women, honestly. And I'm not even a person that's unreasonable. Like, I genuinely have conversations based off of what I would love to see people experience. I would love to see y'all experience a 20 plus marriage of being successfully married, similarly to how I've been able to experience it. And how you start off is how you're going to have to continue. You need to scale up, not necessarily try to impress people. Stop trying to meet their expectations and start being the man that you are supposed to be.
Right.
And it don't mean that you got to be an a-hole, but what it does mean is you need to stop pedestalizing women, because similar to what she said she wants to know that you've been thinking about her every single day. Well, guess what? A man that is truly on his purpose and his masculinity, that's creating something that ultimately she's going to be the beneficiary of, you don't have time to be focusing on a woman 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you certainly don't meet her expectations. It has to be the other way around. Mm-hmm. Y'all got to stop simping. Y'all got to stop trying to be what it is that they ask y'all to be. And to be honest with you, I don't believe her. Because if that was the case, then she would have the other guy that's doing it all the time instead of saying another man with her.
Exactly.
Let them be whatever they want to be, right? You not worried about what another man will do. This isn't even a conversation that y'all should be continuing to have. Let her do it. Let her go. Let her go and find her other Prince Charming or whoever it is that she's getting advice from. Mm-hmm. Let him be the sucker. Let him suffer. You don't. You stay out of the mix and you don't put yourself in that position to suffer. Go with the person that actually loves you.
Go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. And if she truly loves you and if she really, really wants you, she not going to require none of that, because I guarantee you it's somebody that hit it with nothing.
I'm gonna be real, man. If you know you can't pay her rent, leave her alone, bro. If you can't pay her rent and pay her rent at the same time, just leave her alone. If you know you can't help her out with a bill, if need be, leave her alone. If you know you can't get her nails done, leave her alone. If you can't help her out, just leave her alone, bro. Why waste time dealing with a beautiful woman knowing that there's dudes out here that's having it for real, that don't mind helping her out if she need it? That don't make her a hoe. That don't make her a gold digger. She fine. God made her fine for a reason, and God made her strong for a reason. And guess what? Most of the time, the strongest man end up with the finest woman. That's how God designed it to be. Even the Bible says something about if a man can't provide for a woman, he don't need to be dealing with her. Even the Bible said that. So I'm going out scripture. I'm going out biblical. I'm going what the Bible say about a woman. Forget what society's saying. I'm going what the Bible say. Slow down.
Y'all gotta stop taking advice from people that don't know
Have
what
read
the
the
hell they
scriptures.
talking about.
Right.
I guarantee you
Have
this.
reading scriptures
Some of the
and
baddest
thinking that
chicks
that's
that
what's
you've
going to
ever
happen.
seen in your life have been taken down by dudes that don't have
That
a
don't
dime
got
to their name.
nothing.
And the fact that these guys continue to try to substantiate this, and he not talking about having great character, being beautiful on the inside,
Nope.
being a valuable person.
Nope.
He's talking about the thing that got women crashing out every single day, getting with people that they shouldn't be with. And instead of, because they always try to cloak it with the Bible, don't understand context, don't understand scripture. And speaking of understanding, the one thing that the Bible did say is that in everything you do, you need to get understanding. And so what we need to understand is the development of character, and provision and protection has nothing to do with being used. It doesn't mean that it gives you authority to be able to use somebody unjustly just because you're aesthetically pleasing. People should be provided for based off of the role that they play in the
Yeah, one ain't got
relationship,
shit to do
because
with the
they're
other.
adding value. Provision comes with a wife, not just because you are absolutely stunning or absolutely beautiful. That's nice. That's a plus. But are you a
So
great
that's
mother? Do you
cool.
have great character? Can you add value in continuing to be able to multiply whatever it is that we're doing? Can you be taken into a room and carry a conversation to where you can generate more revenue, or to connect and network effectively? There's a lot of things, and I'm not going to go through all of them because, that would be too long of a video, but there's a lot of things that comes with the characteristic of a wife. There's a lot of beautiful people that are ugly on the inside. And just because she pretty don't mean that everybody else ain't hit it. And so y'all got us, and this is why we call people simps, because they take the scripture out of context, they pander to women, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. So hold me accountable or correct me inside of the comments. But isn't this the same guy that had said, and maybe he deleted the video? Could be wrong, but isn't this the same guy that said the price of the brick is going down now that food stamps is gone, that chicks is going to be having to spend $40, and then he came back and apologized? Because I've seen some of those videos.
Yep.
I didn't react to it, but then when y'all sent me this inside of my email, I'm like, wait a minute, this guy looked familiar. I could be wrong, so I apologize if I'm off. But the advice is still wrong regardless of whether or not he said that or not. Do not follow this advice, okay? Focus on becoming the person that you're supposed to become. You are going to be placed in a room with people that are equally yoked. It is about being equally yoked. And stop spending your money trying to qualify yourself for women that don't want you. It's that simple, bro.
So the older I've gotten, the more I'm understanding the concept of why men pay for dates. And I want to break this down to you guys, because I'm realizing men should actually pay for way more than dates. I'm realizing every year that I age that truly all men are the same. And I don't even say that in a negative way. I just say that to be so honest. Like, truly, you push a button on a man and it gets you the same answer. If you push this button, same thing. Push this button, same thing. Only thing that's different is, like, usually the time and season in their life that they're in. Did they just get out of a breakup? Did they just get divorced? Did they just get cheated on? Like, that's how you can tell the buttons do different things. But recently, guys, I'm like bracing myself to go on dates because I'm like, first of all, I don't really think anybody's interested in actually connecting these days, and it's terrifying. And I was thinking to myself earlier, earlier today, I ended things with a man who I really was into him. We were talking for a couple of months, like every day, long distance, because he was in New York for a work project. He was building a children's bookstore in Soho, New York. So like, that's really cute, right? I'm thinking this man is like everything. He shows up to LA after 2 months of never meeting him. We finally meet, and this man in person is an F-boy. I'm like, how are you pretending to be somebody else over the phone, like every day? That's crazy. So anyway, because he was an F-boy, my friend gave me the idea, like, you should charge him for wasting your time. I'm like, actually, hell yeah, I should. So I just request a lump sum of cash, and the man pays it immediately. And that was today, and like, it really opened my eyes, because as soon as
because she wasn't able to vet effectively and she developed a relationship over the phone, she now is saying that all men should pay and they should start charging men for their time as though their time is that valuable.
Crazy as fuck.
he paid it, I actually felt like justice
He paid it
was
because
served.
he had F-boy
Like, the
and
thing
you
of being
trying
a
to
woman
steal
is I feel
F.
like you have to really express and be
Stupid.
open and be gentle, and like you're giving things to men that just don't really have to give anything. Like, men can just kind of stand there and that's their duty in dating, I guess. And I feel like as a woman, like, we get so much more emotionally invested and so much more like disappointed if things don't work out, because we are a lot more picky, I think, on a deep emotional level. So anyways, today a hit guy on a dating app, he is a Parisian doctor and he
Dating
matched
app.
with me.
A dating app. We are so cooked as a society, y'all. We are absolutely cooked.
And he asked me out to a drink tonight, and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, okay, like, how are we gonna go into this smarter? Because genuinely, my hopes for true love are in the dumps. It's actually really sad. Like, it's not even to the point where it's like, oh, I never think I'm gonna find love. It's more so like, wait, there's just a lot of disappointing conquests between now and like me meeting a person who I would want to spend the rest of my life with, and I'm really well aware of that, and it stresses me out. But anyway, this guy is inviting me to his hotel. He's like, come have a dinner at the rooftop or drinks at the rooftop. And I'm just reading this and I'm like, this is literally like the same thing as an invitation for a prostitute. Like, I will.
So you already are a prostitute because you charge a man for your time, right?
Right.
I'll show up and I'm going to say, I am
you,
charging
Anton.
this much an hour. If the man plays in my face, I will literally to his face say, and now you owe me this amount. And
I would tell her to get the fuck out of my face
Mm-hmm.
and go and suck one backwards. That's what I would say.
Thank you.
That's like, I don't even know why y'all putting yourselves in this position in the first place. This is crazy.
I don't think a man would ever turn that down. I really don't think like the type of men that I'm into would turn that down, because the type of men I'm into are men who try to make it seem like they're so manly and they're so successful and they're so in control of their lives.
This is why I tell y'all stop leading with y'all money regardless of how much money that y'all got.
And like, I just think it would be really great to just be like, I don't do this usually, but I feel like if you want that from me, you need to pay me.
Want what from your box?
What do you guys think? It's not necessarily sex work as much as it's just like, compensate me for my time and my energy. Otherwise, get the F out of here. Like, if you're not interested in deep connection.
So basically, they becoming sex worker now. Sex workers. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love y'all. Appreciate you. Sex workers.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like to link back to the content creators down in the description.
Lord have mercy. That's what we going into now. That's what's going on out here in the streets. In these streets, life's just not fair. In these streets. All right, we got one more video after this. No, actually, this is the last one, I think.
Do not come to Atlanta expecting to fall in love.
Imagine going into a shoe store like Foot Locker and you're just looking for that one pair of shoes. Of course, you'll see a lot of different brands. Asics, Adidas, Reebok, Puma, even Nike. But you're just not seeing the pair of shoes that you're looking for. And even though you could afford, any kind of shoe that you want, you typically just leave because you just don't want anything. And that comparison could be really what's going on with a lot of black men in Atlanta. You see, it's a lot of women around, but it's hard to find that one pair.
Dating in Atlanta, 2025. It's a well-known fact that women outnumber men in Atlanta 14 to 1.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and break down that 14, shall we?
But it goes on.
Now,
It's more
out of
than
that
that.
14, 7 of those women are the most used up, ran through, passed around whores that have ever existed. They're for the streets, the curb, the gutter, and for the dumpster.
So out of the 14, we are now left with what?
Now add 3 more to that 7 that are bisexual, weed head, pill head alcoholics. Add 2 more that are hardcore studs. Add 1 more that's mentally ill. And by mentally ill, I mean she's bipolar, suffers from manic depression, borderline personality disorder, ADHD, schizophrenic. I mean, she's a petri dish of out of her mind.
So even though the ratio is 14 to 1, we're now down to 1 because the other 13, according to this guy, are just not good for you anyway. So even though there's a lot of women, it doesn't matter because they're not really good for dating. Now, this is just this particular person's opinion, but let's assume that he's right. And then for the one, if you're really, really looking for that one lady, you gotta do a whole lot of work. But the problem is,
These women in Atlanta, they do not want no relationship. They want free meals, free drinks, free VIP sections, free hookah, free interest. Hell, they even want free parking. You know what I'm saying?
damn, they want free parking too?
Got him! Got him!
So, okay, we're looking for the one female in Atlanta. No problem. We're just gonna go on to dating apps. I mean, we can't find what we're looking for. Let's go to Tinder. Let's go to the other ones. And let's see if we can find now one chick for you. But
you can't tell a woman to lower her expectations. But the reality is, what the data I've seen on dating apps is that all of the women want the same few guys and they shut out the rest.
so you get on the dating app and you're looking for the one, but the problem is that women are not responding to you. It's not because you're not a good looking guy or you're not a good person. It's just that's how it is. And on the other hand, for the guys who can get all the girls, they got too many options and they don't know where to start. So we can't go to dating apps. So then here's what I found out. A lot of guys are using Facebook groups, okay? Now what I just explained is what Vice wrote an article about a few months ago. Men on dating apps are aiming too high and science says it's time to stop. Now this is an interesting article. Men consistently wanted women who ranked higher in overall desirability, meaning that the women looked better than them, while women generally matched with women who were closer to them in their hierarchy. This is what this article says. So I wanted to basically see if this worked out in real time. And so what I ended up doing is I went into this particular Facebook group called Singles in Atlanta. And the reason why I did that is because, Facebook group, it's pretty easy to go in. You'll post your picture, somebody comes in and then they comment underneath, especially if you're in the same city. Should be pretty easy for a guy to get a date. But what I found out was very shocking. And I want to start off with this guy, okay? Now, I'm not putting up his name, but that is him. Now, this is a Christian dude. He even coming in with a scripture. 1 Timothy 6:11. But as for you, O man of God, flee these things. Pursue righteousness, godliness, faith, love, steadfastness, gentleness. I'm looking for a woman of God in Atlanta. Now he's basically preaching on his, his post, right? So again, this is a guy. He looks like a professional dude, probably no older than 40. Hey, seems like a dude that women say that they want. But what I found out was interesting. Once he posted the picture, he only got 26 likes in one comment. He got one lady saying hello Proverbs 3 and 6 and Proverbs 30. So, okay, so right now, he's not even trying to match somebody. He's just trying to match with anybody, and he's not getting any love. And again, this is in Atlanta, and I would probably believe that this guy has no luck on dating apps, right? But on the contrary, look at this lady, all right? This is a woman. I mean, you know, you can see what you want to see there. I'm not going to get into all of that, but basically she is a single mom, okay? Now, hello everyone. I would like to formally introduce myself. I am blank, but a lot of people call me Blue. I'm an entrepreneur, author, podcast host, advocate, artist, as well as a manager of a retail store. I have 4 incredible children that make me more proud to be their mom. All right, so give a round of applause. So this lady got 111 likes, 35 comments. Now, this is more dudes trying to holler at her, and the brother who came in that was talking about Jesus, the Lord, and every scripture known to man, he only got 1 comment, and the comment that he got was basically just another scripture. Let's get back to dudes, all right? Now, this brother here, you know, he comes in, hey ladies, like I said, you know, black shirt, glasses. He seems like he's like in a chicken spot or whatever. All right, trying to get some love, right? Okay, 54 likes. I mean, this is a guy, he's not matching with anybody. He's just putting himself out there. He got 20 comments. Now, when I looked at the 20 comments, it was interesting because it really wasn't any comments there. It was like ghost comments. I don't know if it was somebody that was spamming. So he really got 0. Again, here's the second dude that basically is just, you know, trying to holler in Atlanta, looking for these females. Again, it's supposed to be 14-1, and he not getting no type of love. Then we get to this lovely female here, okay? This lady is 48 from the Douglasville area, wanting a best friend, someone I can vibe with and understand me. Kids are adults. Where he at? So basically her kids is grown. She's looking to clap it up. So I went and, like I said, I wanted to check out what the comments was. She had 371 likes, 159 comments, all right? She got so many comments. Thanks everyone, all love, but I'm wanting me one honey, handsome, not selfish, caring, fun, God-fearing, well-groomed, hardworking, damn. Woo, hold on, I gotta take a breath. She out there with a whole bunch of stuff. Love to cuddles and family-oriented. I just need one. I'm a loyal lady and no time for crazy stuff. Again, this is a lady 48 years old. I mean, in Atlanta, you would think that somebody like her, that age, you know, let somebody tell it, because she does look, you know, still good for her age, right? She's still pretty lady. She's getting all the responses. Again, now some of these dudes could be just wanting to clap, or some of these dudes could be from Africa or something like that, but she's still getting hollered at, all right? Now, let's go back to the guys. This dude here, now this dude, OG player, he gonna say, I like rub your body, kiss and hug your body. I mean, he just got 17 likes when nobody trying to holler at him at all. So, I mean, he was just down bad. I mean, I didn't have to go and look at his comment section because he had nothing going on at all.
That's dead.
But when you go to this lady right here, now this lady is definitely attractive. Living in Middle Georgia, moving to Atlanta in December. Hey y'all. Okay, she in shape. She over there with the horses and stuff. I mean, over 1,000 likes on the photo. And then 143 comments. And you got brothers in there talking about, look, I want to move to the country. City died a long time ago. Another Georgia peach. We love you here in Atlanta. I mean, she's getting a lot of love, you know. Off top, the inbox is notificationing it up. No problem. And then look, we continue to go in. There's another lady. All right. She comes in. Good morning, lady at the gym. She has some video that she posted. 225 likes, 52 comments. Right now, here is something that I saw with a particular brother. Now, he was kind of building it up. I will give him a little bit of credit, right? You see this dude right here. He comes in 30 and single. Birthday November 1st. I'm an amazing father. I love to chill, listen to 90s music, line dance, and I love God. Looking for a beautiful woman to spend the rest of my life with. Well, he definitely can't spell. Now, what happened with this dude is he got 75 likes, 15 comments, but women were really feeling him, right? Team Scorpio, handsome indeed. Hey, cool to DM you. He like, yes. So basically, what this proved to me, even though this wasn't an equal study, it showed one thing. That this guy was one of the few dudes that really got women commenting on, like I said, some of the posts there, putting themselves out there. They thought that he was more attractive than, the Christian dude at first, the other brother in the chicken spot. And then you had, Uncle Elroy, whatever his name was. And so those dudes wasn't getting no attention for the most part. While this guy came in, obviously they felt that he looked better and he was getting a lot of attention. So for a guy in Atlanta, if you tend to be somebody a little bit more regular, let's say, for example, you're not making a whole lot of money, you're not one of the 1% guys out there,
it don't matter.
And then you're just on Tinder, or you're trying to come into like this Facebook group dating, and you're looking for a lady. What tends to happen, in my honest opinion, the regular guys are still being overlooked, even in a city like Atlanta. And again, in a city that a lot of ladies are looking for the ballers, maybe looking for guys who are a little bit more, progressive as far as clout and stuff like that. These guys are still having a hard time, which leads me to ask the next question. How do these guys date? Then, are these guys like walking up to chicks, trying to approach chicks? Like, what are they doing? And so it still seems that even in a city like Atlanta, it could be hard for a lot of dudes. Now imagine, you're in a city where there are not a lot of opportunities. Let's say, for example, for blacks, Sacramento, San Jose, certain cities in America, Minneapolis. I think Minneapolis is still cool, but you may not have as many blacks you have in Atlanta. And just because women are chronically single in Atlanta, it does not mean that they just want to date anybody. They can still be very selective. So this article, in my honest opinion, must be right. I never thought it would be like this, because I felt like if you're going to Atlanta, women are just going to be, you're going to have a lot of opportunities in dating. As it seems, for the average dude, the opportunity may not be there. And if it's not there in Atlanta like that, then what do? Maybe you gotta go to Passport Bro route. Just saying. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dude Jackson. Back at it again.
Man, it's still like
all that you do.
22-1, man. You gotta take away all the gay dudes too, man. The limits are, the possibilities are limitless. Not even gonna lie to you, dog. Y'all limiting yourself because y'all don't be understanding how to talk to these girls.
Men can't say like that. I'm happy you said it. Look, you know what gets me right? They would talk about the past don't matter.
Yes,
right?
they
But
do.
look, sexual history is the only thing that they will say don't matter about the past. Everything else, like we celebrate people every day for they did in the past. Joe Biden just had the Celtics. They won that championship 4 months ago. Why we give them? If the past just don't matter. You treat people well because of shit they did in the past. You treat people bad because of shit they did in the past. I want to know why you touched all them niggas.
Yeah, how many does matter. But if I had to scale it, the history matters more for me if the that you chose to.
There's never going to be a that was acceptable.
Okay,
right?
I can feel that.
So I'm never going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, you I get it. No. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, not who the nigga was.
It's definitely going to be some, like, it's going to be some you f***ing him. No, you got to get away from me.
You was just fucking just one night stands and that's why you got 10? No.
I'm good.
But if you was fucking and you was in long-term relationships and you got a smooth 5, okay, that y'all gonna
you're 5 and 10. Like I don't like. You think those are like realistic numbers?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm like,
well, they are for me. I've only been with 3 people. I'm 27.
That's
Shout out
great.
to you.
So,
Yeah, man, that's great.
How do they know that you did that?
Well, since it's all over the internet.
So that was my question.
Yeah.
So it's all over the internet,
Yeah.
not all over OnlyFans, but also on other platforms?
Yeah, like
other websites?
on Google, everywhere. It's everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do anything. Like, I have people that try to take it down, but there's just so much of it that you can't get rid of all of it.
Were you raised with a religious background or anything like that?
My family was Catholic, but they didn't do anything that Catholics. They were alcoholics. They all do terrible things.
So it really wasn't a religious thing for you. It was really just the shame of doing something that you didn't feel good about.
And everyone just knowing everyone just knowing. Like, when I came up here, even when I went to college, everyone knew. Everyone finds out. Even to this day, I thought this, I'm 22 now. I thought this when I was 20 years old. And it's still following me to this day. Anywhere I go, everyone will always find out, no matter what. Like, there's not a single person that I meet that doesn't find out somehow. They're like cool at the beginning and they like me and I have friends, and then as soon as they find out, they're like,
Is this because you're on OnlyFans, or because people take your videos or photos from OnlyFans and they'll post them somewhere else?
I think they just judge me off the fact that I did that.
No, but how do they know that you did that?
Well, since it's all over the internet.
So that was my question.
Yeah.
So it's all over the internet,
Yeah.
not all over OnlyFans, but also on other platforms?
Yeah, like
other websites?
Oh yeah, you tripping.
everywhere. It's everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear an update about my matchmaker date from last week? I got ghosted.
Oh no.
So again, most amazing first date I've been on in years. I haven't dated. Why am I fucking I'll tell you guys. So we had that amazing date last week. He even said it was an amazing date. Like, we both agreed. He told, like, our matchmaker it was an amazing date. I said the same thing. Well, then, like, as of last Saturday, I haven't heard from him. And I was like, hey, like, if you have, like, a change of heart, like, no big deal, but can you just, like, tell me what changed or something? Nothing. Well, my matchmaker calls me yesterday, and she's like, hey, I just want to give you, like, a little bit of feedback from what happened with your date last week. And I was like, I'd love some clarity. She's like, he Googled you. And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured. Because, like, what pops up is, like, my biggest videos. My biggest videos are back when I was, like, in a wildly hurt place.
Yep, digital footprint coming back to haunt people. And I looked into some of the stuff that she's talking about. She's super popular on TikTok. And she got popular because she was a bartender out in Denver. And so she would do these little story times that would be 5-6 minutes long, and she would be talking about having hookups with random strangers. She'd be talking about going out to parties. She'd be talking about getting absolutely wasted. So there are guys out there that hold themselves to a certain standard, and those guys, even with the Google search, can find out what you're actually about and what you have been about. And I can't blame those guys for caring about these things, because I'm gonna be honest here. Most men aren't cucks. I know that sounds crazy. Most men don't want to see your OF account. Most men don't want to see the woman that they're courting and investing in, and the woman who will potentially become the mother of their children. They don't want to see your OF account, and it don't even got to go as far as OF. If you have bad representation online because you put yourself out there, guys who have or who hold themselves to a certain standard and have a reputation to protect and are willing to invest in the woman that they're going to be with are going to look at that, because any good investor researches his investment. And men who are more on that side of things in terms of influential, they want to protect their image, and rightfully so. I actually seen an interview of a guy who does these AI searches for, like, companies to find out people's background information, and he was saying that's the reason why a lot of people are applying for jobs and they're not getting callbacks. They don't understand that it's because of their digital footprint. And he said specifically that this is growing in the private sector. He's having more and more calls of men who are influential, who have things to lose, they have a reputation to protect, and they're courting these women, and then they go to a guy like him and he researches their background and he finds stuff that the guy don't want to see, and the guys end up leaving these women. So this is something that a lot of people, not even just women, when it comes to careers, when it comes to relationships, are going to have to deal with in the future. Your digital footprint matters, and so what you put out there matters. Is a representation of yourself. If I go on your Instagram and I only see buns, don't be surprised when the guys in your DMs are only looking at you for your buns, because that's what you're advertising. I don't go to Burger King for tacos. I go to Burger King for a burger, because that's what they advertise. So if you want people to look at you for your personality, maybe you need to be posting your hobbies. Maybe you need to be posting your family, because if men go on there and see buns, they're going to come to you for what you're advertising for. And so in my opinion, it's fair. If that's the kind of stuff that you're putting out there, then that's what people are going to see you represented as.
And I was just acting so reckless. And I know what all the misogynistic men are going to write in my comments, like, well, that's why you shouldn't be a drug slut on the internet.
Here I am, right?
I know.
Misogynistic.
I get it. I know. And, like, again, I'm not blaming anybody but myself. I do have to say, though, like, it kind of did take like the wind out of my sails like a little bit.
So if you're blaming yourself, is it really a misogynistic male take to say that that's why you shouldn't be a drunk girl on the internet?
I'm gonna have to live with like what I did forever because I did post it, and I understand like the internet is forever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and again, here I am crying, being like, oh my God, after one date, I got ghosted. But it wasn't like one date. It was like, I don't date, period. And I put myself out there, and I'm also just so wildly embarrassed, and I feel so much like shame.
Not shame.
Why am I even putting this on the internet? I feel like as I try and date going forward, this is something I am gonna have to live with. It's like,
it is.
Oh, it's okay. Somebody's gonna have to love every part of me. I know that, and they're gonna have to love even the bad parts when I wasn't doing so hot. But
yeah, the men who are trying to invest in you and are trying to court you are gonna have to listen to you talk about sleeping with random men who did not have to invest in you or not have to court you. And sure, there are a lot of ladies that have a past, but it's one thing to have a past. It's an entirely different thing for a man that's courting you to be able to hear from your mouth about your past. And so with this digital footprint of you talking about your sexual escapades, you're gonna be limited to a certain type of guy that wants to be with a woman like that.
God, it just kind of sucks, and I just feel so embarrassed. I feel actually pretty shameful. And it's not shameful because of how I acted. It's just shameful the fact that the average person can have their past just be their past, and I put my entire life online.
Yeah.
When you do that, you have to be willing to have everybody see every part of your life. I don't know. Anyways, happy Halloween. I'm gonna go as the sad loser.
So yeah, a lot of people sign up to put their lives online and do these story times and things like that because they want the money, the potential fame, the notoriety, all of the good things that come with that line of work or being that open and telling people that much about your life, but they don't want the negative consequences that come with it too. And here's another thing. If you're a woman and you're doing these types of story times on social media, oversharing about your personal life and building these parasocial relationships with people who give you bad relationship advice because they actually don't know you or care about you, the biggest issue with this, and I had MTR, who's another content creator on YouTube, talk about this too. He said he'd never date a woman who's a content creator because he knows that if he had any issues in their relationships or if they went through anything in their relationship, the first thing she would do is take it to social media. And when you're a person that has a reputation to protect, that's something you have to really consider before dealing with a woman. There are entire industries and endeavors that men are in where your reputation is your business.
It's your
How
business.
people view you
Exactly.
will determine the amount of business that you will get. And if your woman is a representation of you and she out here just doing anything, that's going to reflect bad on you and it's going to be bad for your business. So yeah, reputation matters, digital footprint matters, and this is something that a lot of people are going to start to realize over the next 5 years, especially as this technology to track this type of stuff is getting better and better, and more companies and people are using it. And they feel the need to use it because they realize that there are so many crazies out there that you have to have some way to protect yourself. And the best way to protect yourself from crazy is looking at a person's past and seeing if they're crazy. Let me know in the comments below if this video is a W or L, and give me the HBO special. That's help, but that was special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.
Till next time. What's going on here? Yeah, man. So basically, man, y'all gotta pay attention to y'all digital footprint. Whether or not you a man or a woman, pay attention. Because whatever you put out here on the internet is more than likely what's gonna happen. Either stop you or propel you into whatever you're trying to do next, whatever endeavor that may be. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of weird shit going on out here, man. And the easiest way to have to deal with all of this stuff is to not be one of those people on Front Street doing weird shit. Just quit being weird. Do stuff that's on brand for you. And if you ain't got no brand, then you need to figure out where the hell you want to be at with all of this. because everybody's digital footprint, whether or not you have it presented a certain way or not, is actively working with or against you. Period. And the quicker you figure that out, the easier it is to get the bullshit out of the way. You know what I mean? Easier it is to get the bullshit out. Anyways, man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. I ain't finna do too much. I'm gonna go on and get up out of here, man. Told y'all it was gonna be an early video, so it can be an early end. Still want all the same hours on here, man. You know what I mean? But y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. Praise to the Most High. And if you got some money when I'm not around, bring them receipts so I know you balling. You know what I mean? Peace.